screen, I
And is
have.
Hi, a happy hoarder here with Nancy of Little Treasures by Nancy, and we are going to work on some miniatures today. So I hope, first of all, don't be overwhelmed by the whole miniature thing we're going into. It's just something we love to do, and we're so excited. I kind of started doing miniatures with my dolls, making props and stuff for dolls, and so they just kind of fit into everything I like to do. And Nancy, what got you started on miniatures?
I when I was in school, I went to school for architecture, so we would have to build models of our houses or buildings or whatever. But I haven't done that in a while. But then when I started doing the little mini living room, I got hooked again.
Oh, great. And then so that is amazing. I was an art major, but we shared, spaces with the architect. We did some things with them and I would go to those shows and oh my gosh, I was so impressed with that. That is fantastic. The architecture, the models. And I shot a film with some friends. I was more back doing the background stuff. And we had a meeting in the new architecture building, which was at Tech, was the art building whenever I was in college, but it literally was derelict when we were working in it. And so they tore it
Okay,
down and we built it exactly the same on the outside, but on the inside, it is
come
fantastic.
on.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I got to see some of the architects at work. And so that was a few years ago. And I love it so much. It's so awesome. Hey, Robin. So good to see you. And Robin has a live stream going on tonight. I need to set an alarm. Woman. Oh my gosh. So I think that means it's at 6:40, 7 o'clock my time.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. Can you
Okay,
hear
because
me?
yeah, I can hear you.
You're
I
really
can't see
loud.
anything right now.
Huh?
I can't see anything on my screen right now.
Really? I don't think my
My
blackout would cause your
No,
blackout.
it's my computer. It's acting
Okay.
up.
Oh, again. Oh my gosh. Robin, you able to see her? Let us know. So Robin, how's that balance on the sound? Because I noticed on our last live we did, I was like yelling the whole time because I was really a lot louder than everybody else because I need to adjust my volume. And I don't know, I put it down on on automatic, which is so I don't even know. So I'm going to set
I don't
my
know.
alarm for
Just
6:55 for, and I'm going to name it Robin and Danny. So you'll be on. So Robin's going to be on Danielita's. Robin has a thing so she can actually enter the. She has a wrench so she can enter that in the comments because she is going live tonight. I'm going to label this. So I'm like, right, because I'm like lose my mind. No offense to Danny, but I'm
isn't
going to put Robin's name.
isn't Fabi going live tonight as well?
Who is?
Fabi?
Really? Is she gonna start going live on Tuesday nights all the time?
I don't know. I just saw it pop up on my screen
Hmm.
that she's scheduled one for tonight.
Okay, but I'm good. I can have one going on a phone, and I mean, well, no, I don't. Can't use. I found if I try to use my phone, so I get some lip stuff on. If I use my phone, something happens. I need my phone. I can typically keep it going on the computer and a. But is she later? For some reason, I think she went later last time. So anyway, good to see you, Robin. All right, so what are you working on today? Let's talk about your project first, because I thought you were. She showed me something. I was like, no way! I went kind of nuts, but she says now I'm going to work on this
Because
first, and then she has actual stuff.
it's basically done.
Mm-hmm.
This little guy. I haven't painted any of my pieces yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, so
because
that is the what's it called again? The IKEA piece.
yeah, this is the IKEA Calyx.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I don't have any
Yeah.
IKEAs around here, so I'm so no. But that is that, and you have a lot of those in your craft room. That's how you've organized.
Yes,
And
I have three of
then
them.
she has all the like some inserts and cool things like that. It's fascinating. If you have not seen this, if you're watching the replay, and oh no, Robin, that was not enough time, honey. And then she made this little, oh my gosh, I love that piece so much. That is so awesome. So, what else? What I'm going to be working on are doll repaints. I'm going to be taking her little clothing off and I'm going to rescale her to a little bit smaller size because this is the size, this is our scale. I'm using the 1:112. One. It's called 1:1. It means 1 inch equals 1 foot. They also call it 1:12 scale, 1/12 scale. When you say 1/12, you want to say 1/12, but it's not right. But anyway, so this is according to that scale. So let me tell you what I did. First of all, I made sure I did this on Photoshop. I resized this. Well, I didn't resize. Yeah, I resized my image. I cropped my image first to the height of the man who's over here, and I made it 6 inches. Okay, so this is going to be a 6-foot man model. But I don't want my men 6 feet because during the time period that my men would be alive in the Victorian era type stuff and Gothic revival period.
Are you killing off your men?
Yes, I want short men. So I got for me some 5'9". So what I did is I reduced the size of my image to. I resized my image. I cropped my image. I hear me. Yeah, 5.75, and I made it 6 inches. Yeah, I got to delay. You got to turn my. This is going to be 6-foot man. Okay. You got to turn my volume off.
Yeah. My computer is doing all kinds of weird stuff. So. I just turned it off.
Yeah, and you know what? I just forgot to hit the record button on my video that we're working on. So mine's going to be a little bit more complicated on the setup side. So anyway, and Glenda, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you, Robin, for getting some people. You are so awesome. And I will, and like I said, and do not let me forget to mention that a couple more times about the for people to go on Daniel Leadus and save that Robin's going to be a guest on that tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time, right? I think I got that right. Okay, so anyway, I reduced this on my Photoshop to 5.75, which would be the man this size, and now I'm going to try to recreate her in this size. Now here's the other thing. I only have one of these dolls, and one of my weird hoarded up dolls, you know. She is so weird, but I want a baby, and I ordered some babies that are, you know, I wanted this kind of vintage line. That's kind of my goal, to keep these older dolls.
Both Danielitas and Fabi's are at 9 o'clock Eastern.
They're 9? Oh. Both? Really?
It's 8 o'clock Central for Danielita.
Oh, they need to change my alarm. Oh my gosh. Okay.
They're both 9.
Oh, really? Eastern. No offense, guys, but you know, I love you all. I want to support you all, although some people don't support me. I'm just saying. But anyway, we're not going to go into that. No, I think they check in on the replays. And please watch replay. Hit a little hashtag replays. All right. And I'm glad to see everybody who is here. Thank you so much. I got 10 people watching, so I am excited. So this doll was the only one I had like her. She's frozen. Like she's not jointed, but I still want to use her. Now,
is that what they call frozen Charlottes?
No, she's not. She's not that old, but she's not a frozen Charlotte. She just doesn't move. So here's my story. I hope I'm in focus because y'all know what happened last time. I was horribly out of focus. Okay, so here we are. Here's my faces, and I'm going to switch it to the other side, the bigger side, I guess. Their heads are about the same size, but what I noticed when I look close.
Hi, Sarah.
Well, hey, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, girl. What I noticed in her sculpt is that my fingernails, I was using like acetone. I would kill my nails. I killed them. They're over. It's all over now. I'm very hard on my nails. So what I've noticed on her sculpt, her eyes could actually be higher, and that would give her a bigger face. And that this doll, this little baby, her eyes are too high, and her actual sculpt requires a much smaller face. So this is gonna, even though their scale is really like the same size sculpted head, I can make this look smaller. I can do it. Y'all have faith in me. Hey, Mikes, thank you so much for joining me. Y'all know I can do this. So first, I guess little babies naked.
We can do anything we put our minds to.
Yeah. Now, what I've noticed on me working on porcelain, I don't have to spray it with Mr. Super Clear because oh no.
Hi, Liz.
Hey, Liz. Liz, my sweetie, you are so good to me. You are so good to me, Liz. We are so lucky, all of us who are crafters, who Liz is so loving and supporting. I really appreciate that. I tell you what, Glenda's good to me too. I have some awesome people. And Mike, thank you for showing up, even though we're playing with dolls. Mike, you are awesome. And really are, because we always love your little, comments and stuff. We love it when you're on. So absolutely. Join in anytime. Okay, so I'm going to, nothing is easy. Nothing. So my other thing I was going to do were books. I got these books. I might not have time to do them, but I don't know what kind of glue this is, but it is not budging. It is not going to come off without a fight. But I have
a heat gun.
I'm going to, but it's out in this barn. There's a whole nother story. I'm a hair dryer work, but yeah, I do have a heat gun. So I had these that, and I had 2 of them, And I cannot find the other chair, and it's making me cray. I can't find it, y'all. I know I got a hoard. Come on. I'm trying to find it. But I love this little chair. It's perfect scale, a little bit tall. I can kind of sand it down. You know, it doesn't need much. But it had these books on it. Let me show the books. So cute, just adorable. So it had these like little stack of books. I don't know if this is the right stack, but I'll give you an idea. Yeah. Okay. So it had a little stack of books on it. And I don't know if you remember, if you saw my dark academia, then you know I used this particular chair. I mean, I'm sorry, books off of this chair. So that's the last time I've seen it, was when I did dark academia. Yeah, it's been gone. And then it had a little apple on it. And the apple I am going to use as a good scale for my doll. So I will use it somewhere in the kitchen, like in a bowl or something. But I popped these off, and I'm going to paint them to fit my house. And then hopefully get the other chair. I will use that chair regardless. Be zoning in and out, but let me know if my focus is better. And Sarah, thank you so much for coming and joining me. I am so excited, and I would love to have you as a guest again. So please. Now I don't want to scare people off about the miniatures. I'm just encouraging everybody to participate in your take on tiny treasures. And
it doesn't have to be doll furniture or.
It doesn't have to be dollhouse. It can be anything that's resized. And we do tend to think dolls because it's resized. And I'm trying to think of anything. So one of the things that I came across in my last haul, by the way, I got a really good haul coming in next week. By Friday or something. I mean, just wait till next week to show. I got a big haul of really cool stuff, really cool furniture. And I'll talk a little bit about that too. But my one of the things I came across, and I know everybody's going to think dollhouse related, but there were miniature envelopes, and I have all these photos I need to put on Instagram. But I'm talking about the envelopes are like, well, they're to scale. So if an envelope is, you know, what envelopes are what 4x6? Let's just say lots of card size, right? Yeah, they're like just tiny, and they're so sweet. And then they were like greeting cards, and everything shrunk down. Y'all, it's precious. They're the cutest little things, and how they have survived, I don't know. That they didn't get rid of them, you know, because they were like, well, who wants this stuff? But I was really happy this lady saved everything. They belonged to her aunts. They belonged to her aunt who passed away, and so she kind of inherited them, and then she decided to sell it, all this stuff. And I want her to know they went to a good home, because there are pieces in there I can't use, and I probably need to rehome, but I am feeling this sense of attachment to them. So, God, more stuff from my hoard, I know. Anyway, so someone told me I spelled hoard wrong. I was spelling hoard wrong, the word hoard. And I went, okay, and I believed them. And so I was spelling hoard wrong. I was like, why would hoard be different than hoarder? I don't understand. So finally, one day I decided to look it up. Turns out a hoard, HORDE, is what? It's a horde of people, like a horde of what? What are the hordes? They always come in the hordes, you know, the people. Yeah. Like a bunch of people. And then a hoard, like all the junk I have. Mm-hmm. That's like I spell it with an A. So naked baby time. And
the dresser top. I'm using
some
popsicle sticks. I'm using the jumbo popsicle sticks.
You are, yes. Let me see how you look. Now that is a trick. We're learning all sorts of new stuff. It's awesome. And hold it together. And let me see on the back. Have you backed it with something? You just side to side?
No, just side to side on this one.
Yeah, edge to edge.
If it was gonna hold a lot of weight, I would flip. I would turn it sideways. The center here is not.
So we are like following other people. You know, of course, you know, I love my Bentley house. But it has introduced me to some new people that I've been watching their videos on the miniature square. Say it again. A Square to Spare is one that Nancy told me about, and I've really been. She's so good. And then there's that guy. What's the guy's name? The one who does did the coffee cups and everything. That we were just, how in the world? So don't think. I just want y'all to be caught up in. Well, I don't do dolls. I want you to just think something small, and especially for my woodworking friends, I would really love y'all to participate, especially if you do bowls in any, you know, you turn. How awesome. Turn something small make a small box and just do what you do, but do it much
Yes.
smaller. And I think it's important that you do it in a scale. I think that and let me explain scales in doll terms. And you can do, oh my gosh, I don't even want to get into trains. Trains are incredible. You know trains though, don't you? You know the trains.
My dad that has an HO
Yes.
scale that he's building from scratch.
Oh my gosh, don't you love it? You should be doing stuff for him for gifts and all that. Or have you done
Oh, he stays in his little shed out back, and he starts building.
So yeah. Well, the best gift, more little fun stuff to build with. That's what I found.
Well, I gave him after I finished my
You said, I'm sorry, I'm sitting here trying to carve this where y'all can't see it, but I'm also making a big mess. I am trying to carve the glue off this girl's head. I can get most of it off, but go ahead with the thing.
After I finished my chessboard with the epoxy, I had a little bit left, but it wasn't enough for a project.
Yeah.
So I gave it to him, and he used it for a pond.
I know you were. So this is my weird story to tell y'all. I'm looking for, when I look for doll furniture, I really don't want to buy new. I just don't know why. I just really want the vintage. I am looking for things that are as is. Those are words that I put in my description, but I definitely want vintage and used. But the one big lot that I got from this lady on Facebook, I just had, I don't know. I'm so weird. I know. I'm empathic. I am empathic, and you should embrace it if you are. If you have any feelings that you might be empathic, you probably are. It's part of being an empath. You feel like you might be empathic. But when I was picking up the stuff and looking, I could tell the things like she had made. I could just feel it. I could just feel this connection. It's so weird. I'm that weird, people. But it just meant more to me to see these pieces that someone had made and not just bought, you know what I mean? So people who love to buy stuff that's, one of a kind and handmade, there is something very special they carry with them. So they carry the good stuff. That's why I haven't been doing a lot of crafting lately, and would not be carrying good stuff.
I have a question. Do people that are on your stream see the stream on my stream?
Yeah, Tracy.
No, I don't know.
Oh, really, Tracy? Oh, Tracy, do you have migraines? So watching craft videos helped me get rid of my headaches. That is, I do love to keep, when I'm working in my studio, we always like to keep the craft stuff going, and because it's just fun. I love the live streams, but then I'll reach up, y'all, my paint. I have paint all over me. Well, I just cleaned up. No, I have this thing. It's so nasty. But you can tell this is like my thing. All my stickies are sticking. But yeah, this thing stays nasty because of my dirty fingers. Yeah. My husband's like, this is a must-have. I'm trying to didn't push a button by accident. Like in the stream. Back to, if you didn't join me earlier, I'm going to be scaling down a doll to be, as if a man, most of my doll men are supposed to be 6 inches, and the women are a little bit shorter. I'm just trying to get them to a good scale and get their arms right. I hate it when the arms are wrong. All right, so I bought these. I thrifted these at Rolling Hills. Not really thrifted. I don't know what they normally cost, but I'm thinking I like these because look how big and fluffy. And we'll have two.
Hi, Stace.
Hey, Stace. Thank you so much for joining me. Look, they are that thick. Y'all, these are awesome. So these are my.
She has COVID for the second time.
No way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Oh, Stace. I cannot take codeine. So kudos to you for able to take things. Yeah, I took codeine for cough, and I got real sick. Yeah, I can't do anything. When I tell you I cannot take medicine, I'm not kidding. It's just my liver does not process it. All right, so now this has worked on some dolls. We're gonna see if it's. Oh, it is. Yeah, it's coming off. So porcelain dolls, you can remove their paint on their face, and the reason I definitely want to remove the paint on this one's face is because out of the way, I'm gonna get dirty. Is because I want to tilt her down so now you see. I don't want to build up this face with paint. I'm gonna use my pencils and things like that to give her some color, and I don't want to build up any kind of paint because I want to keep that just sweet, soft porcelain look. And if you start painting these little bitty dolls, your brush strokes are going to show, all that stuff. So you definitely want to get them back down to their beautiful porcelain little faces. So the funny thing about looking up dolls for my 1/12 dolls. Now, let me tell you what, those handcrafted ones are so expensive. Now you can get the ones from China for like, which I'm avoiding because I want the vintage. I want this kind of like played with love doll and give them a new life. I don't know what's wrong with me. What's wrong with me, people? Just what's this weird thing? Anyway, I'm going to definitely give this in a new life. Now, when I took her makeup off, she looks smaller because now you can see her sculpt. I'm hoping I'm not blurry, and it is a smaller sculpt. And I can even paint. I can even draw it in even smaller to make it not big eyes, that kind of stuff. Make it more baby-like. So I would prefer to clean her with some alcohol, and I'm going to let her sit a minute though, and then work on this one. So here comes the clothes. So you can see how these things are constructed. Oh, well, that's a weird lighting thing just happened. Glued, first of all. And you know how bad I am with hot glue. So don't even want to talk about it. This is the one I got right out of the box, pretty much. Now, this doll, I'm not worried about because she's going to live with me because this one's going to be the very important doll in my haunted house. This one, okay, if you're new to my channel, I should tell y'all I've got 2 dollhouses. One is the Allison Jr. that is by Real Good Toys that was already constructed. Now, if I was a really smart and very, good with technology person, I would have a slide to show you right now, but I don't. Of my house. And I did buy it built. I bought it on eBay, and then I had my son pick it up in Austin.
That is pretty neat.
That was a little effort. And then I found one in Westwood Road, which is like 25 minutes from me. And that is the Painted Lady, also by Real Good Toys. Now, I will tell you, between the 2 doll houses, the Painted Lady is an older version of it. The quality, it has improved with their, but they don't use real wood anymore. They use a lot of particle board. Now, these dolls do not have hands, but I think I have a solution for this. I feel confident I can make some hands for her. But right now she has mittens, which are kind of cute. And I'm going to hang on to these mittens and all this stuff. I'm hanging on to her clothes and put them in like a closet. She's going to be the maid in my haunted house. Actually, I could make her a ghost. I think about it. Because she doesn't have hands. Seems like that'd be a good idea. Make her some, I'm not ready for a ghost yet. So in my story of my haunted house, I'm building a basement for it. Now, how we're going to do that, that's a whole nother story. I don't even know. I have some ideas. So we're going to add her hands. I'm just going to make her some hands. But she's going to be the maid in the house. And she is going to have a very harried, like her look is like kind of scared because she's living in this house with a bunch of ghosts. The husband was a world traveler, and so he was gone. He's one of these scientists and all. So his room, his office is where he spends most of his time, is going to be a very dark academia, and I've been collecting some weird stuff for that. So he was away and his family died. His whole family. So horrible because they did that back then. Died all the time. Like other people, they were dying. So anyway, the house is just filled with the ghost of his family. And a couple of children, should be a baby. And so she is having a real hard time living in this house or working in this house and I may make her own room. It depends on how much basement area I have in the end, but I have an idea for a basement, then I may not be. It's like going to cost me a little bit of money to build. So she may be good proportions. Now they ripped her hands off. Let me see how she's going to work out. So I'm going to use my and sorry, I can't give this artist credit because I couldn't find them. Sorry. I went back to look for it and I didn't see it. I think you can be, oh yeah, she's tall. So I'm going to use this as my scale, and you see she's so much on the big side.
Oh, so you printed it at the drawing to scale on the printer?
Yes, that's why I'm using the scale version to kind of get. She's really close. So look at this. Actually, she is super close, and her arms are really a good length too. Actually, she's a pretty good size. Yeah, I'm kind of digging her, but I don't like that I don't understand why they always make their bodies so long, because that's one of the things is their bodies are always really long and they don't bend right when you try to bend them. Because see, this is where her body would separate. And I'm going to take some of her stuffing off too. I want her to be really thin when it's all over because she's going to be skinny. Oh, look, that just came right off. So that's actually a better body, but she's kind of not shaped right. So what I'm going to do, not today, but we'll be doing with her is I'm going to be doing the string wrap on her, which is a typical fashion that they made these dolls. She does need some hips. I'm going to use her padding to kind of give her
the string wrap.
The string wrap is they just wrap them with string. It just looks cool. I guess I don't know what. That's just how they did it before there was foam. I mean, before you would use this foam, people weren't using the foam; they were using string. And I think that goes back to how these dolls were originally made many, many years ago. So give you some extra padding, maybe. Let me see. No, I'm making your waist too big. So yeah, I'm going to restring her. I'm going to wrap her, and I'm going to give her a better. Some hips. I'm actually going to give her a shape because you see how they're shaped. She's not shaped very well. She's not looking too good. So I am oh look, you just lost 10 pounds, woman. Woohoo! Look at you. How did dietaries weigh? There you go. So she has lost some weight, and I'm going to give her, okay, I have men who don't have shoulders this broad. So then that really works as far as where her legs should be. That's the thing. They're always weird right here. So that is actually a better proportion doll right there. And my hands are a little bit on the long side, so I can
say happy birthday to your grandson.
Aw, good deal. I can actually make her arms a little shorter because I'm going to fold this up so it won't do it. Because once I add the arms, and she'll probably have 4 arms. I can sculpt her arms or something.
4 arms.
Her 4, yeah, because some of them don't just have hands, and I want her to have more arms exposed because she's gonna probably be doing dishes or something. She's gonna be in the kitchen, and he's gonna be kind of in his room. But I definitely want her face to be like, these ghosts are scaring me. That is one of the reasons I definitely want a piano in my house, because I want someone at the piano, or the kids playing in their nursery. So I want this feel of that they continue to live in their, do their thing, even though there were ghosts, and she has to listen to all that. And she's just like, I can't do this. This is too scary. It's too much living with ghosts. Has anybody had a ghost experience in their life? Please share. I would love to hear about it. So, ladies, okay, so listen, I had to step out today, okay, because it's the birthday. But thank you so much. And catch your on the replay. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. So Nancy, Tracy wants to know what you're making.
I'm sorry, I missed that one. I'm making a dress. Well, I don't think that. Let's recap what I'm working on. Let's turn the camera this way a little bit and up. There we go. I'm working on this bedroom where I made the bed on the last live we did with Jerry. So I made this bed and the nightstands. And on my own, I did the IKEA calyx. And then the IKEA itty bitty. I forgot what they call it.
I don't know. I have one. I have them too. I have 2 of them. They're from IKEA, but I thrifted. Yeah.
So I have this right now that is going to be a tall dresser. It's going to have 6 drawers. So this is the dresser now. Let's go back down.
And she's making the working drawers, and that's just I've made the first thing I did buy a lot of furniture that needed to be repaired, and I have learned a lot by having a drawer to look at to make another drawer. So I spent a whole day just repairing furniture, and then kind of making some additions to my furniture and all that kind of stuff. So
now I just have to wait till these legs dry before I move on, because then if not, everything will fall apart.
Yeah. So something else that Nancy and I'd love to get together and just chat, but one of the things we did talk about, I think is really important, we should share. If you are a professional crafter and you want to make money at crafting, please check out the prices that people are getting for their miniatures, because I think it goes down to the real collectors now. They want unusual pieces, but they also want pieces that are not just coming mass produced. You know what I mean? They do want that special touch. So going back to my crazy story, I think I'm not the only person who feels that way. I mean, I think they want quality, and that's why it's a very good market to get in. And it's what, okay. I was watching another channel. It was actually New England Thrifter was having a live, and they were talking about some magazines that they had. They were 1970s crafts. I think that was him. Oh my gosh, I may be wrong. I think someone was talking about 1970s crafts. Yeah, they were like selling a bunch of books or something. And I said, that is coming back. These 1970s crafts. Take a look at the stuff that's coming back.
Well, a lot of
crochet, all that stuff's coming back.
A lot of the thrifters, they've been buying up crochet Afghans and selling them on their lives.
Yes. I love the handmade stuff. I really do. Part of the artist in me, probably. I will tell you, if y'all got to see my live stream yesterday where I opened up hey Deb, real quick, Philip has jury duty, but he thinks they might be off Friday, but if they'll be through. This is, you shouldn't have jury duty. You know everybody. But anyway, he does. I can't believe we have never been picked. Have you ever done jury duty? Done jury duty?
Yes, twice.
Yeah, I've never. They never call my number even. It's like, oh, that's Jerry. Let's don't call her number. I would love to do jury duty. Long. Hey, I wonder if her pants. Yeah, I mean her little boots. Yeah, I bet her boots are plain.
I remember one when they were asking the questions, if you could be partial and stuff like that.
Right.
This one guy goes, she's guilty, and they're like, well, we haven't even started the trial, and he goes, she's a female, she's guilty.
Oh, there you go. That got him out.
That got him out.
I know. That's what everybody's how to get out of jury duty. That's a great conversation today.
I mean, like, what?
3 times, Tracy. What? That's why you're what do you call it? You have you've altered the average here. That you actually got to be on the jury. I mean, I had to sit and wait. Nothing happened, and I got picked. Oh, so mad. Because wow, I would love to do it, but no, they know that. But that is funny. But my brother, I heard my husband and my brother talking about how to get out of jury duty kind of stuff. But Phil's like, no, I'll go. I'm good. He likes to go. Just to connect with this community. I gotta go judge somebody. I love it. So I'm going to have to get another ruining my fingers. So the one that I got called for, I can talk about now because I don't think it got settled. I didn't go to court. Oh, I didn't get picked. No, that just didn't get picked. Oh, that was the other thing. I've been in jury where you call the night before and it said it's been settled. So I've had that happen. So no, never sat in the courtroom and actually did the thing. Okay, I'm so excited that this is, of course it is bisque, but it's coming off because she's got the cutest little details on her boots. Now, I don't know if she'd be wearing boots in the house, but they're cute. What'd you think? All right, so here's my thing. I've been watching Bridgerton. I got to go back and watch this last episode because I was trying to get ready and I wasn't paying attention. I have to watch it. And it's the good one. You know which one I'm saying. If you've watched it, if you've already done it, you know the one. So anyway, you know it's a good one.
I think my doors are going to be a little...
Very interesting episode.
Not wide side.
Yeah. So my question was, what kind of shoes did they wear? I don't know if any of you did any kind of fashion studying or anything. Where they had wait, what? Okay, how exciting, Trace. I need to make a daughter. Oh, you do. Please, Sarah, I want you to join us too on this. So there are so many cute things. You know, they're doing. Oh, well, don't get me started. Let me tell you the Bridgerton story. I didn't know what kind of shoes they wore. And there's a scene where I actually see the shoes. And I was like, oh, those are so easy to make. I got to make the doll. I got to. You know, I got to make a doll. I have to. Yes. So my and dresser, you know. But now that I know what kind of shoes they wear, during the periods that show's just crazy. First of all, anybody who has any kind of history of fashion is like, what are they wearing? They're all wearing different periods and all that kind of stuff. But I do think it's funny that the Queen's always in her pure, just all, you know, I would say that's a very Baroque outfit, but she's definitely in the full regalia where the everybody else is more in the, I can't remember the periods now, Edwardian kind of style. So I thought it was fun. I do love the clothes. But anyway, so many different things you can craft with. And I just ordered some stuff from Amazon to help build. And so did Nancy, only to discover didn't get the right stuff. But Nancy, I bought some sticks, and I said just took everything to the barn because I'm trying to set up in there, which I'll have a good place to film. Here, not so much. So I have a shelf I can clip my camera on, and that's really going to help film in there for the making furniture stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I've moved all my wood in there. I bought that wood, that size wood. It's a 4th, but it's not very. It's pretty thick. I mean, it's thicker. Okay, I'm going to say it's like a popsicle stick cut in half thick.
The what?
Yeah, thick popsicle sticks are. So Glenda says, I've done jewelry.
This one is an 1/8 of an inch.
Oh no.
It's only an 1/8 of an inch, and it's really, really thin.
It is.
I wanted to use it as,
I'm wondering if I didn't do the same thing because I ordered some too.
These are
I ordered some weird stuff. I ordered weird stuff. So I'm going to be sending Nancy a goodie bag when I get it all together. Once I get my stuff in, and I'll send you some of the sticks that I picked up. But I bought them at like Walmart. All right, so I cannot get all the black off. No worries, they're gonna be black.
Well, I actually use I have an account with Fetch.com or Fetch app, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Where you how you call it, scan your receipts.
Yes.
And I had a $10 Amazon coupon from there.
Oh my goodness! What?
So that's what I used to buy the stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Did the thing. So I really failed big time on my challenge we just did the plaid because I didn't put a link to this. I'll come back in a sec. Had more people say on the thing that they had not tried the floating medium. Try it, guys. It does come in smaller bottles. I think I have a smaller bottle somewhere. So pretty sure it still comes in 2 ounces. But so many uses. Like I said, I've even done like really watercolor effects with. I've used it with watercolor pencils even. Definitely want to try that. But yeah, I should have put a link in my. Somebody needs to be in charge of that part of my life because Jared, you are failing miserable. And that part. Anyway, the jury duty story was that the person who was on trial was the doctor. This doctor was getting whatever sued, I hope. She my son needed to have foot surgery. He was born late. I mean, he was and it was a long story, but his feet deformed his feet. It just messed up the bones in his feet, and so he had trouble. It was just a long story. Oh, such a sad story. I don't know where my pencil sharpener is. It's even sadder. My pencil sharpeners. So he had to have surgery once growth plates in his feet closed. So he had gone to see this doctor, and she says, "Well, I'm new to this. I don't know this surgery. It's a new procedure. I'm going to refer you to the doctor a surgeon who actually invented this." So we had to take him to Dallas, and we took him to Dallas and did the surgery and all that good stuff. And she said to us, "I will do the follow-up so that you don't have to drive back." So we had to go in for the follow-up, made an appointment. We show up and she goes, "Oh, I'm not going to do it. You should have come to me." Because since the time, we couldn't just, say, "Hey, can you do surgery on my son's feet?" It took about 6 months and we needed to schedule it when we graduated from high school. So there was all this stuff that had to happen before we could just do it. And she goes, "Oh, well, now I've learned how to use the surgery. I know how to do the surgery now. So I'm not going to do follow-up with you." And so I thought that was kind of junky of her to say that. And I'm like, well, you're the one who referred and sent us to Dallas. So I don't like her. Let me just say this. I'm not liking this lady. So when she's getting sued for malpractice, which was like, so the first thing they ask everybody to fill out, do you know these people on your form? And I said, "Oh yeah." And I wrote the story down. I mean, I wrote a novel. Like, I do not like this part. I have issues with this doctor. I mean, and it was just, and they made me sit through the entire day.
Okay, see you in a bit, Mike. Tracy's asking, where do you buy it? Where do you buy what? We're a little delayed here.
Floating medium. I know that I should go to Rolling Hills, but this stuff I bought before at craft stores. I'm pretty sure Walmart carries it. I haven't even checked, but I know Amazon carries everything. Or if you're a plaid ambassador, go check it out.
They do have it on their plaid site.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went to check to see once I get my box from them, I'm going to place an order for some supplies.
Yeah, I have still not made an order with them, and it's because I just have so much stuff, and the stuff I want, they're not doing right now because everybody else wanted resin. But
Yes.
that was like something I hadn't tried. But like everything I have everything. Guys, this is not funny. I have everything. All right, go ahead. So what I'm going to do? Oh, I'm going to clean up the alcohol.
I'm cutting the cross pieces now.
Oh, by the way, I did check into your cutter. We do have a Harbor Freight now. Oh, we're on the map. We got a Harbor Freight in Ruston. Just recently. So I did check into it, but my husband also bought a new blade. So I said, okay, I'm going to try the new blade first on the radial arm saw because see, I like to do things big, do big or go home. You know what I mean? Big saw, little tiny projects. So if I still have fingers when this is done. That is one of the, I still felt, I said, yeah, I'm not so sure. I mean, we're talking like little bitty cuts, but you can cut a lot of the materials that we're using with a good sharp X-Acto knife. Once again, Jerry, with sharp objects.
Yeah, this is what I'm using. If because this only cuts the little small pieces like the Jenga blocks, but when it comes to the big giant popsicle sticks, I can't do that, and I'm using either my finger blade or my box cutter. And
yes,
it's about to be empty because I keep on changing the tip.
Okay, I was going to ask you. Did you get your finger blade off of Plaid, or where did you get that? Is that
Amazon?
Amazon. Okay. So I have a project I still haven't done, and that was to grind down my my pastels and put them in my cute little thing I got at Rolling Hills. Put it on my list, things to do. So I have like my favorite colors that I use for this, which I should have on one. Zoning out again. So I should have them all on one thing, and I just have random colors because I'm very unorganized. And I always loved me some old brushes for this technique. I don't think it matters if they're old, but they need to have a little bit of they need to be a little firm. This one's too flexible, but this one's firm, so I'm going to use this one. So yes, use your old brushes for what I'm going to do because this one's like worn down. This is probably a much bigger brush in its original state to kind of give her some. Oh, that's awfully dark for your shading. Yeah, smart person would put all the good stuff in one box, right? All the good colors. I don't even. So she needs to be a little bit more flesh tone. This is one of my favorite colors. I can't tell you what it is.
Hello, Sunny.
Orange. This orange looks really good as a good shading color. Yeah, she's busted up bad. I did a good job on her.
Sunny from Wake Up and Craft.
Hey, Sunny. Hey, thank you. I just subbed to her because she's adorable. She has some really good videos. I think her little intros and all that, her little character.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Robin, if you're not like making cones or something, if you could check on her link and put it in, I would love it. I love it when Robin's here to moderate for me. She's so awesome. She really is. Because our little hands are busy. People say it's busy. But she's probably working, so she probably doesn't have time. But we'll try to get it in there. I do want y'all to visit her channel. They're very funny. I would love to have you on the show. But I know you're one of the artists that we have, other friends who don't really do FaceTime on their things. But, hey, hands are good. We like hands. We like work. From what I'm digging about these dolls, because you never see them with their chest, their décolletage exposed. I may do that. I may add that to her. I maybe give her a little bit lower cut dress.
Let me see if I can add
a little mid outfit would be a little risque. Just a little bit. So I love this color though. Look how weird it is, but it goes on this bisque so nice. It's clay. It's like terracotta, but it makes a beautiful skin tone. If I can get it in there. Very pale, very soft. Like I said, I don't want to paint on these. I don't want brush strokes. I just want this really soft. And now at this point, you are going to need Mr. Super Clear to build up your colors because they're going to stay pretty soft until you start laying color down and building it up. But as far as the initial treatment for your bisque, I've never had to use the Mr. Super Clear on the original coat. But this is we're giving you some little bit of life because nobody else is going to have a nice color like you are. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this pretty rose color right here and see if I can give her some highlights and cheeks. I might not stick right now because it needs some Mr. Super Clear. Let me see. Just a little flush you out. You look like you're really embarrassed. I need to work on that. Hardworking lady. Oh my gosh. And my eyeballs. I need to get my brushes down. I need to get my brushes. So I have these special brushes for this, for blind people. I do have the glasses, you know, that you put on. And I look crazy when I wear them. That's so sweet. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. They really were entertaining. So I'm really glad I got to meet you through the plaid challenge. That was really nice. Our little plaid collaboration. So I love that I'm working with Nancy on these projects. Now we're doing some miniatures, and Sunny, I would love, I guess you go by Sunny, but I would love for you to check it out and join us. And you can find us on Instagram. You can either find a Happy Hoarder or and let us know if you're interested, and we will add you to our chat because we want anybody who is interested. Feel free to contact either one of us, and we're going to add you. And this not until she has glue on her back. I can't stand that. I got to get rid of glue. It's not until May, so we're giving you a time to kind of give you some ideas. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for us all to just experiment with something different and working things small. You can do a miniature craft. If you like to do just crafts in general, just shrink it down and show like this is my original version and here's the small version, and just see if you can do it. Yeah, that'd be fun. There. I don't want you too dark now.
Copy.
Oh man, she's got glue in her chin. Oh no, that's her hole. She's got like a crack in her face. Poor little thing. I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna hit her with some spray, and let me shake it first.
That's not nice. You're hitting her.
Yep, gonna get some spray on it. So let me see if I can find it. I will. Somebody's been in my studio. Oh, it'd be me. Somebody made a mess here.
It wasn't me.
It was me. You keep them entertained. Let me put you on full. Hey, and I will. I do need to switch this to full anyway. I'm sorry, y'all. We get kind of, caught up in that. And just put you on full if possible. Hey, actually, you can control some of this. Let's see. That's me. I want you. Not
I just put wake up and craft link in there.
Yeah, good deal. Okay, well, I might just put your own stuff. Right. Oh, found it.
I'm trying to make sure these legs are square before I do the drawers, because I don't want the drawers to be all wonky.
I think I kind of rushed it. She may have a little bit of gloss on her. So whenever you're using Mr. Super Clear, if you're not familiar with this product, and you do too close, you lose your matte effect, and you put too much, but you use your matte effect. But since I'm adding more stuff to her, I'll get some of it back. But anyway, I don't want that dark on that baby. So I have a couple of colored pencils that I like to use for this. If I can.
Okay.
Gosh, where are you? Once again.
Okay.
My sad.
That way.
I need to.
There we go. Hold this for a second.
Oh yeah. So there's my brown. I was so little I had to shove it down in there. So I have a lighter brown I'm going to use instead of that dark brown. And I do want to hit her with some alcohol real quick. I don't remember if I did her or not. And I'm just making sure I get the oils off from my hands. A lot of doll crafters are smarter. I actually have my gloves. Hang on a second. Hang on. I bought gloves to paint in. Look. And I still haven't worn them. Because most doll repainters, they just keep your hands off of them. You know what I mean? You don't want your hands getting oil. She's got this blue line going.
It makes it a little harder for it to stay, huh?
Yeah, I think I just did that to her. It keeps the oils off your hands off of your thing you're working on, because the oils of your hand will resist the pastels and all that. So that's why they do it. And I'm just going to work on her in sections. So
I'm using these popsicle sticks. The coffee stirrers.
Yeah, you are using them.
I'm going to put it right here in the front of the dresser.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for your yeah. You really have to build a dresser, guys. This is not playing around now. She's building a real dresser.
See it right here in the front where other the vertical pieces are.
It works. It definitely works.
This is I'm gonna cover it so you don't see those vertical pieces when you get the drawers in.
I know she's got like some red in her mouth. I could not get out. So I am going to try the gloves to see if I can stand. They're so clean and white and nice.
Are they the cloth gloves?
Yes, cotton gloves. I thrifted them. Found them at the thrift store. I was like, oh, meant to have them. I find them at the thrift store. Meant to have. You know, my thrift store, it has everything I need. Get that feeling. I got to go. Who knew it was to get cotton gloves that day? Yeah, I wrote on my doll with a blue pencil just then. I had her in my hand when I was looking at my pencils and hit her arm.
Here's what it's looking so far.
Yeah, I see it. I can see it. I can see it. It's getting there. Time
for the drawers.
Now, are you going to build all the boxes for the drawers, or are you going to try to are you going to do stringers for the doors? So sometimes you can just do a stringer and then you don't have to build the entire box. But yeah, clean her up.
I'm doing a box.
Oh no, I need to color her.
Let me get this one out so you can see it. If I can do this itty bitty drawer, you see it?
You can do it. Yeah. And that was a box, or did you do a runner on those? You did boxes, right?
This is just has a horizontal piece across and the drawer sit on that.
Okay.
But these I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna use some the matchsticks that I got. They're craft matchsticks, and I'm gonna put on either side, and the drawers will be on top of those.
So even though this doll is going to have hair glued on her, I still maybe or maybe not. I don't know. She's probably going to have a baby.
Bye, Sunny. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for stopping by. Check out the replay later, and then if you get a chance, and also check out our if you want to participate. Checking out.
I keep on. Every time I try to do the invite for YouTube on my channel.
Right.
My computer keeps on.
Yeah, I did. I do need to. I sent some invites out. I need to go check because I think I forgot somebody and just realized I forgot 2 people I wanted to invite. And somebody was doing something the other night. I was watching her video and I was like, oh, I don't think I invited her. I need to go invite her. Because she wants to do some, she likes to do props and stuff for her dolls. So I think she would be good. Because she's already doing it. Right? Just jump on.
For all my furniture or whatever I use, Jenga blocks, I'm using just regular wood glue for Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Because I find that hot glue leaves a gap in between.
Oh no, I wouldn't. Wood glue dissolve. Okay, I need one of my guys on here can explain the chemical reaction to wood glue. It releases the fibers and bonds them back together. So that's why wood glue is this kind of own thing. So that's why you really want to use your wood glue on these projects. Now I notice a lot of people are using a product called Fabri-Tac. Yes, so I ordered some of that.
I use that for anything when I'm gluing down lace. Stuff, I use the Fabri-Tac.
Right. Now I do have a fabric glue, but I do not have that brand. So I was going, and it's quicker. It's like it bonds faster. Because I think the stuff I have, it has to sit like for 2 days to cure. It doesn't cure it quickly. All right. So alcohol's all gone now.
I have Fabrifix.
Don't love this. Yeah, Fabrifix. Okay.
There's 2 different kinds. This is Fabrifix from Beacon. There's also Fabri-Tac from a different company.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I liked it because it said it has a pretty quick bond or time where I know the stuff that I have is just a fabric glue and takes forever. Okay, so I'm still struggling with the glue. I'm going to try the nail polish remover again. It's a gummy glue that they've used to put that doll's hair on, and it's not wanting to come off. And I will be using the Tibetan lamb hair on my dolls. I'm just a little bit, doesn't take much, because you just kind of create a little hint of hair, because if you start building up the hair, you got to watch it. It'll get worked. Yay! So, baby, it's time to get some color. I don't want the baby's so orange. What other color do I have that I like? I have a softer than clay color I use in it, and we'll try it. This is how our hands get all dirty. Our nice white gloves get nasty. And if I the artists I've seen, their white gloves are not white gloves. I'm just saying. They're pretty bad. I'm going to have to actually pick up the color. So I have this actual flesh tone I'm going to try on the baby, because I want to kind of pink him up, you know, but I do want some like nice flesh tone, or her. I don't know what it's going to be. She's a baby. He's just a baby. I'm just a baby. Y'all seen that video? Or that voice? Everybody's using that video, you know, as a, oh, it is a pretty color. It's really good. I mean, it's, yeah, the flesh is a really pretty color to create flesh with. So I'm just hitting it with my brush that has, it's an old brush, and it's just kind of short. It's got a little bit of a firm.
Tracy wants to know if we're linking the products that we're using in our description boxes.
Okay, mine are all like thrifted, but I just use soft pastels. These are by Duro, and some I thrifted. And the other bunch, I threw away the box years ago, and it was like a big set. But I do have a better quality, like two things. I have all of them, so many different kinds. But I do use the Rembrandt, a very small color selection of Rembrandt, and that is kind of the pricey version of them. And I don't know, like I said, I have a limited color. That is so, they're really compressed. So in order to get stuff off, it's a little bit more challenging, just saying. So in order to get this powder off so that you can do what I'm doing, I found the cheaper ones are actually better. So I'm all for cheap, soft pastels, chalk pastels, or whatever you like to call them, so you can remember. Yeah, I try them. I think the trick, and when you're working with plastic dolls, you definitely have to hit it with the Mr. Super Clear. And when you're working on the first try, you know, the first time. But porcelain has its own texture, so it picks it up pretty well. Coat, because that Mr. Super Clear gets expensive. So anywhere you can save a layer, yay. I did buy another product, and I have an airbrush that I want to try this new product.
Hi, Denise.
It's supposed to be comparable, but it is a liquid that not in the spray. Hey, Denise, thank you for joining us. What's going on with you today? So everybody probably mentioned their link in the description. No, we haven't, because we didn't know what all we were going to use, but we will get on that. But I'm very behind on all that part of this whole thing. Yeah, don't even. I need a secretary. I need somebody to take care of all that for me. Like, I'll do the videos, you do the editing. I don't like that. You know I don't.
I think once I get my computer fixed, I won't mind the editing.
Mine is not just totally crashed on me because of the fact that it was Sunday the other day, and I didn't do what I was supposed to do again. So I have like 50 videos I need to get off. So it's running a little bit slow. That's why. Why is this running so slow? So I'm just giving this baby a really nice coat of a pretty fleshy tone chalk pastel. I think, like, I can't think of the brands. Arteza, or is that the right name for it?
Arteza?
You can pick up I just said more glue. Oh, it's going to wear a diaper anyway. So
here, I put the little stir stick on the top here. It also gives it extra, texture there. Because it would look like this if it didn't.
Yes.
The difference. There and there.
Oh, yeah. Anything you can add to give it a little bit more dimension. Awesome. So this is, I'm going to go spray the baby's first coat of this color flesh tone. And then I'm going to get my other girl and work on her. She should be drying.
It's okay, right?
Now I'm drawing the lines for the drawers. Make sure
lighting is very important, we learned. Okay, so there's some glue on the baby's head, and it picked up some orange, and not in a good way, so I got to scrape it off again. Yeah, you really want to get all the glue off the doll, or your baby's going to look a little bit beat up. Everywhere where there was glue, it really took the now it's scratched up. Ah! Yes, it's never live. Watching live, people. You can see mistakes and all. So that little bit of glue.
I think lives are better because you can see everything that actually goes behind the scenes.
Now you are you going to add some dolls to your collection? Because I did like yours like they are, but are you planning on
I'm
that?
not sure. We'll see.
Yeah.
I make a crochet doll,
Mm-hmm.
but she's way too big for that.
Well, I had to repair these little dolls that I got from that lot of doll stuff because I think she used peas for some reason. I just feel like she used a pea for that head, and of course the ants ate it or something ate it. So I have these little headless dolls. They're beautiful. No heads, but their clothing is amazing, and I love those. But yeah, I think about beads. But I was looking up some wooden bead dolls, and I saw the cutest dolls. They just have little wooden bead heads. Oh, and then their clothes are gonna have to share that on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram, because those were the cutest dolls I've ever seen, and they're so expensive. I'm like, oh, I would love them, but I can't afford them. I got too many dollhouse stuff to do, and they're not really dollhouse size. But that your scale is. So, what scale do you think that would be on your dolls? Is that?
I think it's looking 1 to 12.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I got rid of those. I think I did. He looks not so beat up. He looked like big old brown spot on his head.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take a shower today?
I think I just wafted back in. So much for ventilated area. Okay, so she is. I kind of like that flesh tone. Maybe peach her up a little bit too. I guess I wanted her looking kind of flushed anyway, but I'm gonna give her a little bit. Of
I need to.
All right,
This piece of base. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna try a little bit smaller brush, but I gotta find one that's like. Yeah, this was firm. Testing brushes on my face. Nice. I did a prettier pink than these pink. Color right here is a blushy color. I don't know what color it is. I don't know if it's original to this box. No help there. I said my collection of colors is getting kind of crazy. Let's see. We'll give you just a little bit of blush. And I want her blush to kind of come down her face, not like makeup. I want her flushed. You know how people will flush right here on their cheeks? So I'm actually trying to do that. I know she's so tiny. You can't see her.
Denise says she's in pain from her fall last. Did you fall again?
Been in so much trouble with that. I'm really worried that something severe didn't happen to you. I mean, like you really broke something.
Because I know she fell a few weeks ago. Then she fell again getting out of the ambulance.
Yeah.
So is that another fall?
Let's see. Yeah, Denise, and you know what happens after you've had a fall like that? You become a little paranoid of things. You do become that fear of falling kind of kicks in, and that's the hard part, dealing with that. So I'm going to flush up her neck as well, but I'm going to try to find some way of giving her a décolletage while I'm at it. So I'm getting some
places
where people just flush automatic, like on their chest.
She says she sees the doctor again.
Yeah.
Again Thursday, and yes, she did fall again.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
An orange on you. I need some orange.
I have to be careful because of the ankle that I have the brace on.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes lose my balance.
Right.
So it's like, oh. And sometimes I do, go down. but it's been good. I've fallen on my couch.
Oh my gosh, that is still horrifying.
Yes, it is.
Falling is never good. Not at our age. My age. Speaking of my age, got a birthday coming up in April, April 30th. So April's going to be the birthday month because it is definitely the birthday month because this is the one where I'm going to go from being such a nice little spry 50-year-old, not really, but to a 60-year-old. I guess my 60th birthday. So during that month, I am going to be doing a little, like when you're a kid and you had to do a reward system to get anything done, get those kids to do anything. Apparently, got to go back to that to get anything done.
So funny, mommy.
So I'm not going to be shopping because it's my birthday month. People should be buying for me, not me buying, home stuff.
That's true.
But I'm going to be giving myself rewards for things I'm going to get done during the month of April. And I'm going to give myself some rewards and to kind of write them down so I can remind, oh yeah, I did that. I did something. And I'm going to take it. I'm cashing it out at the end of the month. So I am adding brown now to add some, just some.
Tracy wants to know, are the paints for your dolls different type of paint for other things?
What I'm using, like on this doll versus say, if you've ever seen my like clown doll, my creepy clowns and things like that, I do put a base coat on them. My gothic girls are white, so they've got a base coat on them. But on these porcelain dolls, I'm putting no paint because you do not want to build up, anything on their face. You want to keep it as smooth as possible because when you start doing that, but I am adding a lot more color than I thought I was. So I'm going to see what this looks like. I can always take it off. When I do, I'll take it all off. So I'm kind of playing. I'm being that artist thing that I do, kind of playing with it.
Sarah's taking off.
Oh, bye, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming. I do hope if we have not invited you and you're interested in being in the miniatures, please give us a message. Yes. So,
the more the merrier.
So I have added, let me see if I can get a decent close up of her. So I'm adding some browns, just a soft brown that I have here. In this selection, and I've added I did add a tiny bit of this pink. That's really a hot pink, but a tiny bit I think kind of flushed her up really nicely. But yeah, you really don't want to add paint to these tiny dolls. You kind of want to if I do decide to go back and add paint, it will be on her lips and it would be on her eyes. I will be doing a little bit of that, but I'm going to go ahead and chalk her lips real quick to see.
Are you doing pastels on her?
Pastels. Let's have a darker. I do have a darker pink in here. Let me see what this is. So I've got this. Nope, some color. Oh, I was like, how do I tell them apart? Yeah, some of them are thicker. That's how I know. I said, no, who fits in what boxes because what size they are. So I was trying to add the pink to her lips. I don't think I'm going to get them to stick as well as I would like. So she is, I will probably do some paint, but I will probably add the medium. And that would be just to thin it out as thin as I can. I can use, I don't want it because I don't want paint on her face. If you've looked at the dolls up close that people have done, these and they painted them, you can definitely tell the difference between what is painted and what has just been lightly like chalked like this. Or and I don't work with like the have never really done the whole process of porcelain, you know what I mean? This is me just buying dolls and repainting them. But people who do the really good stuff, it is a process where there is a powder that they add for their coloring. They don't necessarily, they're not putting acrylic paints. Now me, I was putting acrylic paints. Now this is going to be tough and you're going to have to go back and check on, I will post photos on Instagram of what I'm doing now, blowing chalk everywhere.
Do you put something after you finish painting on it?
Mix her again with some spray. I'll hit her with Mr. Super Clear. You really need Mr. Super Clear for this to keep that bisque look.
Mike is back.
I don't know what they used before they had Mr. Super Clear, but she is. Hey, Mike's back. Yeah, Mike's back. Okay. So on this, I'm actually trying to create her collarbone, just a hint of a collarbone, because I'm thinking her dress on this one's going to be a little bit lower. I got to decide what style. I got to look up some kind of the Gothic dresses. Some of them, most of them are high in the neck. But you know what? This is the fun about this. Even if you never see it, I know it's there.
Yeah.
And that to me is part of the fun that I did it. I'm going to hit this with some white just in case. And maybe if I pop it out with some white, the collarbones will show and y'all can see what I'm talking about.
The dolls that I make, even though that most of the time, especially if they have pants on,
Yeah.
I still crochet some underwear on them.
Awesome. Lighting issue. Sorry, guys. Can y'all see her little neck decolletage kind of coming out? Or keep in mind, she's only a couple inches. So she's really small. Kind of hard to work with.
This one's a 13-inch doll.
Let's see.
Yeah. I love it. The little underwear. Well, hey, I've seen.
You can see the little underwear on her.
Yes.
Because even though she's like that or something, I still know.
Yes.
The first one I didn't do it, and it looked weird.
Yeah, I may put. Well, she's got some bloomers I was going to reuse, but I was looking at them. They're not actually her size, so I'm probably going to have to redo them to make them a prettier fit for her. I do love to take porcelain dolls that have a decolletage and or chest plate, as we're going to say it, in the nice way, and create a pretty neckline for them. And I'm going to give her a cleavage, just for fun. Maybe the cleavage will show. So can you kind of see it? I know. My lighting is not set up for this. So guess what I got to do? Got to go hit her with some spray and let her. She got like a really bad spot on her neck, but bless her, she can't help it. That's why she's a maid. She's just kind of homely. You can get a job doing anything else.
Oh no, Mike's. Well, you need to find those aliens.
And back to baby. Back to the baby.
I have little creatures that come into my area and steal my stuff too.
You do?
Yeah, Mike said an alien stole his marker.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, there's some things I'm like, I know I saw it here yesterday. Where is it?
It's on the baby. Wow. So I don't know what this kind of bisque is on this doll. The baby is really picking up color, which I like. It's awesome. Try.
My son
really likes that color. I'll try some orange on your mouth. Maybe tone your lip down just a tad.
My son was trying to tell me, is telling me aliens are not real, Mom.
Oh, really? Wait, what did he say? Who's not real?
Aliens.
No, they're real.
Because Mike said aliens took his marker.
Hey, Annie made it. Hey, Annie. So,
Annie.
So what I'm working on are two.
Yeah.
Time, but they are definitely taking up some time. But I took the original paint off. If you're anybody else who's jumping in now, I did take the original paint off, and then I came back. Once I did clean it with some alcohol. I used acetone to get the paint off, and then I'm coming back with my chalk pastels. These are just some that I've had. I'm not kidding you. High school, maybe. I think high school, because I never use them. But then until I started doing this, but I hang on to stuff, and then I'm using some brushes that have a little age to them. Now, actually, this is not an old brush. This is a pretty good brush that I'm using right now. And it's just because it's so tiny, the baby's little face. And I'm using some pretty bright pinks to get a good flush on the baby. Because babies, you know how pink babies are. Pink.
Mike, did you check behind your ear?
Now, this is not the ghost. Well, I could have made this the ghost baby, but I'm going to keep this as a real baby. Yes, we're doing a ghost baby. It's a long story. This is just
baby.
This is just to see if I can make a baby, because I do have some dolls coming that are supposed to be the size that she is, but are jointed. I kind of looking for, and this is my practice one.
There we go.
I like working this small because it's pretty crazy. They don't have any ears, but I can't stand that. I'm going to draw me on some ears. I got to. So what I'm doing, okay, on those two dolls, their heads sculpts were really close to the same size. I would hate to give birth to that baby, but what I'm doing to make this baby look smaller is I'm bringing in a lot of brown to shrink down the face and shade in the face to make it look a lot smaller. So I said at the beginning of what the doll looked like, she had, no, it's like the head's as big as yours, lady. The head had a overpainted face and really big eyes, and they had taken like where the sculpt was and actually painted above the sculpt on the eyes. So you're not committed to where the sculpt is. You just paint whatever you want to, apparently. So I'm making the baby's face smaller simply by adding a lot of brown and kind of shrinking it, making it a space, because it's going to have like a hat on and stuff. I know you can't see. It has to be done very delicately, and I'm building it up slowly. So when you see one of these go for sale for $100, you'll know why. These are not quick and easy fixes. You've got to take some time.
That's why I like doing the lives, because on your videos you speed up things, you cut out things. You don't get the true feeling of the whole thing.
And I would rather not do videos at all. Period. I just rather do lives and enjoy them. And occasionally I do a video, but I definitely, because I think it helps you kind of get people to go back and watch that video. I do try to put a link in so that they really want to see what you're doing. Hopefully they'll go back and they really care. But I think a lot of people don't really care. I'm a kind of person, I hate to say that, I can watch somebody do, I can see a picture of a before and after and go, I know how they did that. But if I need to know how they did it, I will definitely go watch whatever it takes. So I'm gonna give this baby a little bit more color. I did I hadn't decided. It depends on what colors I put on it. A little bit softer on the a little more of a transition.
I'm gonna start adding the little rails. And then
now,
do the drawers.
Yeah. So one thing I thought I was going to do with my life, but I was wrong. I really thought I was going to do portraits more, and I do like drawing people's faces, but I do love drawing faces. But I think the dolls doing that is really kind of giving me a wonderful opportunity to do faces. So I'm actually using techniques that I learned in like how to do portraits. And it's not just one color. I've got all these bazillion colors in front of me, but I do try to keep these somewhat simple. And I do want this baby to be pinked up. So come on,
Annie, I'm making a little dresser for my mini bedroom.
Now, Annie, we have Annie added? We should have Annie added. Certainly you're added, Annie, on our thing. I said babies are just
I think she's there.
Yeah. But we don't want anybody to think it's got to be a doll. It just do like a minute, like take a craft you've already done and now make a miniature of it. And just try something fun.
I was going to show like this one here. I made a mini barrel of apples.
Yeah. I still need to find my polymer clay. I did buy the stuff.
Or a miniature dog out of crochet.
Yeah, I love that baby. She's so cute.
So it doesn't have to be furniture.
Yeah.
She says she's in the miniature playlist.
It's always adorable to do a doll. So what I'd love, and now this is going to be blotchy once you get it up close, but who's going to be looking at it this close? They're in a dollhouse. So hopefully in my case, so don't be judging. I'm adding brown for shading and in the eyes, kind of give that little bit of shading and expression. And everything I do helps. Avoid the black. You ever seen anybody do a doll? It's like the black under their nose. Yeah, don't do dotted nose. Try to avoid that part. Just don't do that part. Yeah. And you can use, which I have not picked up this whole time, I noticed, was a kneaded eraser. So we can do that. So I have an idea in mind. Yay! Good job. Okay, so working with the gloves and the kneaded erasers, not a good combination. Huh? Where do you get the wood, Nancy? Nancy, tell me about what you did to get that wood for this. She quite created it.
Which part?
Well, just explain. Gotta talk through what you did to get that part, to get to that point.
Where I am now?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the sticks, the popsicle stick things.
I use the jumbo popsicle sticks for the base and for the top. Hold on a second. I have these 2-inch wood squares that I got from Panda Hall Selected. Where are they? they're 2-inch squares, and they're pretty solid. So that's what I used for the actual sides of the dresser. I glued together, and for the center, I doubled it up so it can have some weight to it. The little legs I put for the frame, I used 3/8 of an inch dowels, square dowels. I wanted to use 1/4 inch dowels, but I didn't have enough to do the 4 legs. And then for the frame on top, I did use the 1/4 inch dowel that I had. That's the top there. Now I'm adding these little matchstick pieces here, so the drawers can slide in and out.
Yeah, so we've kind of went a little nuts on the ordering fun sticks that you can get. I mean, they're like toothpicks and things like that to work with. We have learned a lot from watching others. And what's my razor? I'm drawing ears because you know me. I don't care if you can't see them because the hat's going to be over them. I want there to be ears. I just need some ears.
Let me get Kat's page, a square to spare, so they can see it.
Those are some really great materials. I mean, it's so much fun. You don't really have to go out and buy expensive materials for this to do miniatures. That like popsicle sticks can carry you a long way.
Well, the first video I saw from Kat, I was like, that's it?
Yes. Oh, yes. If you watch her videos, you're like, really? That's all you have to do, and you're done. I mean, you built a thing with that, but she is amazing to watch. She is a lot of fun. Okay, so I really like in the cardboard, all the cardboard houses. Now, I'm going to say that that is something good. Annie's done some cool stuff with the cardboard houses too. So you're already kind of in there, Annie. You know how to do this stuff. I know you do because you did that a precious little thing. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you can best see. Can you see the ears? Do I need to like zoom? What do I need to do? Yeah, I drew some tiny ears because yes, must have ears. I want your mouth to be a little. I don't like the pencil though. Eraser. I keep my tools handy.
And there's another thing about crafting live with wood glue.
Yeah, the drying time.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to dry, man. It's got to dry. I hate putting black in this mouth. I'm trying to avoid it. I'm trying to get away with another color. What do I have? I want gray. I look deathly. Oh, back to that. Ghost babies. Yeah, I don't want to use black. Something in my instincts say, don't use black inside the mouth to make that crease. But the brown is looking kind of not good either. I don't know why. Yeah, it's not working for me. Blew it off. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the baby again with some spray.
Don't do that.
Hit that baby. Hit that baby with some spray.
Hit the baby again? Oh my.
Hit that baby. Oh, come on, that mouth. I really want that mouth to do it.
There we go.
I go spray you, it's gonna be a mess. Okay, I'm gonna get some more pink around your eyes real quick. He's been crying, you're blotchy.
I'm taking my time with these rails because I don't want them to be uneven because then
then the drawer won't sit. Oh my gosh. So I bought some dollhouse furniture and it was just horribly glued together. So probably gonna have to take it apart and re-glue it. And because it's just done so bad. And yeah. There is a benefit to building your own.
We got Nancy Smith on.
Oh, hey Nancy Smith. Yes, I just picked up that baby a lot more, and I'm just gonna stick with the face today, and I'll do the body as well. But I definitely want to get some eyes painted before our what time? Woo! 3:30. Hang on. Oh, took out everything I could find.
Okay, I just posted Kat's Facebook page, YouTube channel. Did I do that right, or do I need to do it over here? Hold on. I don't think it.
So whatever that other dolls made, this doll versus the other one, that one took the pastel so well. So she's blotchy, a little bit on the blotchy side, but okay. First one I've ever done. Give me a break. I've never done a doll this tiny. Actually, no, I've never done a doll in color. They're always Should have stuck to the zombie doll, Jerry, because that's what you get at. Now, well, you know. So we're gonna try. We're gonna try to paint eyeballs. I'm gonna draw them first. Let me see. You know, probably gonna be blue-eyed. What can I say? Get my really nice when I sat down. If I could have found my pencil sharpener, I did. Oh, here it is. It does tend to hide. Okay, so here's always my advice if you're working with colored pencils. Now, these are watercolor pencils. Actually, these, if you want to, these are Crayola. I like the Crayola. They're doing pretty good. I'm just saying. I'm shocked because I have Kimberly and I've got, you know, right now I have a whole bunch that like random. Oh my gosh, you have got to clean your thing out. I have random ones, but I was really surprised how well just a crayon brand, you know, Crayola watercolor pencil is. That does not want to be used today. All right, so my studio right now is probably the worst it's ever been. I think it's time to do another one of those organize your thing challenges. I'm ready because I got the good before going. I'm just saying. It got to be kind of hairy, but hey, cleaned up the barn. Well, it started on the barn. It's not finished.
Nancy wants to know, where did you buy the doll? What is it made of?
Oh, okay. So what I've been doing, Nancy, I went on eBay, and I've been looking for a certain kind of doll. The dolls for dollhouses are really going to be pricey, and I would love it if I could find some like kits. And I did find some actually on Macari. So I've been all over. But this was a doll that was a Christmas ornament that's from, I can't think of the name of the brand that made them. It's like Russ something. So she was just a Christmas ornament. All right. So what I did is basically ruin my thing. I used my very good Prismacolor. Don't want to talk about it. Sharpener to sharpen a pencil that had like a waxy coating on it, and that waxy coating, it's jammed up my pencil sharpener, and I can't get it now. I can't get the thing out of it.
I'm gonna mute for a second. I'm gonna use my sander.
So yeah, so sorry, that's kind of, Larry's on. Hi Larry. Hey, good, thank you for joining us. And I'm trying to get my charcoal out of here. But it's called a woodless charcoal, but it's got like this waxy stuff. So if you're ever sharpening those with a sharpener, make sure you like peel down or carve down the waxy stuff. Do not stick it in your blade. Buy good sharpeners. Really get the good stuff because you really want to hand sharpen your pencils to get them sharp. It's for a nice point, or you will eat up your pencils. I mean, I know they're Corolla. Who are they by again? Hang on. So these are by Arteza, and I do use these, and they have that stuff on them. So I had to carve that off before I can use it. They do this, they gum it up as well. But these are just Crayola. I'm telling you, they're amazing. And I got to wash my hands. Oh, no, it's still jammed up. I lied. It's still jammed up. And this is the only one I can find today because I need to clean up my studio. You're slowing me down. I have so many tools. These are dental tools. I've got tools, guys. I want to say my tool collection is pretty hilarious. Anything I say, feel like I can use it in the studio. Oh yeah, it's going in the studio. Wait a minute. That might be why my studio's so hoarded up, because I keep thinking I can use these things in the studio. It turns out you can't. One more try. Oh, I think I killed it. I think it's dead. Oh my gosh, that is so jammed in here. Yeah, so that waxy, some fell. Maybe a good sign. And now this is jammed up. So that waxy coating on the woodless pencil and charcoals that I buy. Yeah, you have to peel it off because it will mess up your thing. I think I did. Yeah, just really still kind of messed up. So much for my Prismacolor one. You can buy new blades, but you got to take it apart. But get the good blades made in Germany. The heavy duty, don't buy cheap things. So if you're familiar with wood, if you've ever used wood pencil, any kind of pencils, wood does get dry and brittle after a while, and you're going to struggle with it. So be prepared. for that tablet. So much for the white glove treatment. I do worry about that though, getting all this on my hands and it getting transferred into the doll. I don't know how they do that. I've watched a lot of artists wear the white gloves and then they don't transfer. So I'm gonna put some eyeballs on her. I'm gonna put her where everyone I can see. Maybe somebody's got to be able to see. Get her clean. Settle her down. So right now I'm just creating the white part. Now on her eyes, like I said, between her and the little baby, her eyes sculpt same place. So I really kind of want to bring them up just a tad. Make her face look a little bigger. I'm a little bit worried about her shading too. I may have made her face tiny. I need to kind of put some highlights on her. All right, so when you're doing the face, speaking of highlights, yeah, it's like putting on makeup, highlights and lowlights. Same thing. Sculpt that face just like you would sculpt your makeup. Contours. Yeah, as I see her eyes are going to be pretty low. According to this.
I'm back. The legs were a little wonky.
I really want her to have open eyes. Her eyes to look really open. So I'm just giving her some little, I'm going to tell you why this is so tiny, and I probably need glasses to see what I'm doing. Because I can't see. I'm just kind of drawing by memory because I can't see a thing. All right, so I am picking up, this is my, this is watercolor as well. I do have my artesian, but it's kind of brown. I've got a reddish color.
We have another Nancy from this.
Another Nancy? So many Nancys. This overstuffed house? Is that what? That's pink.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a red, and the reason I can't find it is because it's small, because I use it so much, and it's falling down inside. The best color for when I'm working on my dolls to kind of give me is a super light brown. So now that I've dug it out, and this one is one of the Arteza brands. And I use my long pencil sharpener that I have for this one to gives me a really long point, but I can still go in with my Prismacolor to clean up just the ends if I just want to barely clean up that end. And that I think it wastes a lot of your pencil. I don't know if I would buy it again if I knew that how much your pencil gets wasted. So I really don't think they're worth getting. And actually, kind of wonky. I don't know. You have to be careful how you put your thing in. It gets a little bit wonky. So I'm going to use this light brown to kind of pull out her details. And that way I can come back. I always start with this color and then just get to some darker. Now, she wouldn't have makeup on or anything because I know your eyes can go up higher. Why aren't you working? So sometimes when you're drawing with the pencils and everything, it's going to go where it's going to go. And it really wants to go back into that thing. I really want her eyes up higher. So I'm going to just fight with her for a minute. So your eyes are going to go where I tell them they're going to go. I don't care how you're sculpted. But it's weird that they put that doll's baby's eyes up so high. Same face, pretty much.
Nancy from this overstuffed house, we're having a collab.
You are
miniatures.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, Nancy. So if you're interested, then you need to contact one of us on. We will add you to the chat in May. Yes, you got plenty of time to worry about it.
Doesn't have to be a whole room. It doesn't have to be. It could be just a little flower pot with mini flowers.
Yeah, a lot of people have been posting things on the chat, like little ideas that they're seeing.
Yeah.
Great. Some great ideas. So many good ideas. I'm just feeling like I got to add it. Let me get the dark brown first.
Let's see if these are even now. Wrong side.
See if I can bring the eye up. Still trying to bring her eye up a little bit higher on her head out of that hole.
Yay. Yay, it's even. I'll let that part set up before I go on to the next part.
So what she's getting are some little lines under her eyes, just a little hint of just kind of sketching them in, making her look tired. I don't know if it had a parrot on my shoulder. Maybe I could do this so you can see. We're working on it. We really are. Where's the white pencil? Yeah, this would be great if I could see what I was doing too.
That's always a helpful.
Yeah. I got to get the glasses. I got to get, hey, hang on a sec. Oh, I thought I had them. What did I do?
The-
I have
the pen-
these. These are cheaters that I thrifted. I really want the thing because when you wear glasses and you're trying to wear the things that you can see, kind of zoom things, it's crazy. It's too hard to do. Let me see if I can. These will work on top of glasses. Ooh, a little bit. Yeah, they are working. Oh yeah, I can see all my mistakes now. It's just giving me a little. I don't know how much zoom I'm getting on top. Oh, but I can definitely see a lot clearer. It's much sharper
it's
now.
not mistakes, it's character.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, it's hand done, man. Come on. What do you want? Yeah, it doesn't. Don't do concept. Like I said, she's gonna be in a dollhouse. How much do you think you're gonna see? I just love blue eyes. I think blue. And my next would be like some green eyes, but I don't know color. I'm not feeling the color for her right now. I like brown. I kind of want brown. Oh, let's give you blue because I think they'll pop more if I give you blue. So I've got this pretty weird. This is actually an art pencil. Do I want to use it? All right, so this is by Stadler. I just have a few because they came in a thrift store, but it's called Aquarelle. Can't say that word. Let me see if I can show you what it says. I don't know how to say there. I say Stadler,
I say
and
Stadler.
you do okay.
Ergo soft.
I
Ergo
think
soft.
this is a watercolor. Let me just hang on a second. All right, let me lick it. Great. Yeah, it's watercolor. Now that it's wet, now that I've wet it, now I cannot see anything as far as this part because the glasses. Yeah. I'm going to, oh, please go where I want you to go. Please. Oh, there's no point. Can't do it. I think this is going to be too dark. Yeah, that's a really dark eye. Oh, well, we'll try. I can always hit it with something and lighten it up. Add some water or white. I'm going to sharpen my point, though. Because I mean, that eye's tiny. Can't do much with it than that. So I took that down to the smallest point I can make.
I knew it.
With the stuff I inherited, my stuff is buried. Now, see, that is so hard. I'm sure where my supplies are now. Oh no, I know. Well, that seems to be the biggest thing is when someone dies and you know, your parents, and you bring home their stuff to your house, and you're like, now what? But if everybody could just had the ability to take their time, you know, and make some decisions fast, you know, where they didn't have to do that. But that is really hard. And there's someone I follow who is going through her mother's house. And she's really fun to watch. I mean, it's not fun because there's a lot of, her mother was a hoarder, but her mother was also in the business of selling antiques and stuff. So that made her have a lot of stuff, you know, but nobody needs that. I suffer from that as well. My eBay pile is pretty bad. So one of the reasons I kind of quit doing eBay for a little bit is I wasn't making any sales. And as a result, I was, I'm sticking it in my mouth. I was taken off of top seller status. And I was like, well, what's the point? You're not going to get your discount. You know, what's the point? And
discount for what?
You get a discount. If you're top seller, you get a better, instead of it being, I don't know what they charge now. It makes the amount that they take out of your sale a little bit less if you're a top seller. And so for some reason they gave it back. I'm like, still not selling anything. I don't know why you're giving it back, but sure, I'll take it.
Nancy from the Overstuffed House says you watch Antiques from Karen. She knows Jan.
Oh, Jan, okay, yeah, you know. Like I was talking bad about her, but you know. So I need some water. I'm going to drink some drinking water. So I've given her black dots for her eyes, but they're just a tad off. I'm going to see if I can get rid of some. Because once it gets in, that brush hits something, and like, it's got to move. It can't go exactly where I want it to go. I was using the pencil. I mean, and I can't get the brush in there to fix it either. So I'm going to clean her up. Now with her hair, she doesn't look like an old lady, but she's going to have younger hair when I get finished with her. Don't worry. You're not going to be old lady. Yeah, okay. So one of my favorite tools in my studio is that's not a good one. My dowels. I love me some dowels. Sharpen them to a nice point, and I can do so many little things. Or toothpicks are another one of my favorites because you can kind of come in and clean stuff up with it that you need. I had to put it where I can see it, guys. Sorry.
I don't know. It's looking wonky for some reason.
What? You're
Yeah.
Your chest is. So I'm trying to move that black. And the reason you work with watercolor is because you can do this with watercolor, and you can't do it with anything else. I can kind of wet it and move it around.
I think it's an optical illusion because I'm measuring it and it's even on both sides. So it's probably an optical illusion. Plus, I have all this painter's tape holding it together.
Mm-hmm. So I'm really not wanting to put. Man, I got way too much black in your eye. Well, guess what, guys? She's got black eyes, not blue eyes. Blue is gone. It got eaten up by all the black. Her because she's like dilated. Sorry. Yeah, you know what color your eyes are now. We'll try to get some blue back in there. I'm trying.
Bitching Gypsy, I'm making a mini dresser for my mini bedroom. And here's the rails on one side already. I'm actually going to put some drawers in there. There's going to be 3 of the same size and one smaller. So I'm going to add these rails to this side over here. And this is the bedroom.
Wants to know how many hours I spend working on a doll? 8 hours on. I've worked 8 hours on a doll face.
Here's the bedroom with the walls. I haven't painted it because I'm not sure what color to paint it yet.
Or are you gonna do any staining? Because
I was thinking of staining, like, but I have this where is it? This stain I got at Dollar Tree. I haven't used it yet. It's lighter than the antique wax.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I might use it. It's this one here, golden oak.
Oh yeah, that's pretty.
I got this in a Dollar Tree. I got a couple.
That big bottle.
Yeah, it's half a pint.
Wow.
But they only had this color at mine, the golden oak.
Seriously, do not think we can have that at ours. We don't have anything. It is a very, very small store, though. I will tell you, our just tiny.
My Dollar Tree, the one that's close by to my house, is starting to get a bigger Crafter Square section.
Oh, that's good. We think they just start seeing what people are really doing, and so they grow that area. Because I noticed, well, they were doing some stuff with the kids wall. I don't know if they're adding more kids toys or what, but like that, for example, I wonder if that's what they were doing. So I have a beautiful Tibetan lamb hair that I want to use. It is the weirdest shade of brown. It does not look good on anything I've done. I think in this small scale, I think it's going to look good on her to give her the brown hair. So I will be giving her hair a base coat of brown first. And give her some good eyebrows. Her mouth is like, see, that's what I'm trying to think of. What do I want to do with her mouth? Do I want it to be like what kind of expression do I want to give her on her face? You know, she's got to have a good expression, like stressed out. She's so stressed. If you weren't here earlier, I am doing a doll. She's a maid that's going to be in a haunted house, and she doesn't like it. She does not like working at this house, so she's going to have a really like stressed out look on her face. And I will say one thing about this particular doll. She does not have good features. Her nose is just about gone anyway. I can tell her profile. She has no profile. It's flat. So I'm pretty much just drawing a face at this point. What a pretty flesh color. It was like, oh, it's that one. But I don't know if that's going to work on her. Let me check that color out. I don't like that part right there. Getting picky. Just getting picky again. She's never gonna get this done. She'll quit getting so picky.
I'm the same way. I mean, like I don't like this piece. Let me change it to another. Because these little matchsticks, they're not all uniform.
Yeah, and once you start, oh well, see, that was the thing with these sticks that I bought. They are terrible. And I was worried that it was going to be, they're supposed to be like matchsticks. Yeah, like you got, but yeah, they're horrible. They're all weird. So what I did, I'm going to sand off part of the face that I painted. I know I've already sprayed it, and I kind of it brought her jaw in too much. And I didn't like that because remember, she's supposed to have a bigger head than the baby. And so I need to reduce I need to make her face bigger. I should say, not reduce it, but I need to make it bigger. So I'm going to sand that brown off. And this is some delicate work that she's trying to do because you're going to be able to tell. Believe me, you'll be able to tell when you start trying to paint over, because it just doesn't take it now, because obviously when it takes here, it's not going to take there and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do some thinking. I've taken off a complete face, but yeah, so I sanded that brown down. I think once and you can see it back down to the flesh tone, the bisque. But I'm going to go hit her with some spray, and then I'm going to try that little spot again and take these glasses off so I won't trip over my own feet. Woo! That's work. That's rough, wearing those glasses. But yeah, I mean, does she look a little bit more expressive now than she did before? A little more detail.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fun to make. She looks a little bit worried. She does need a little highlight in her eye, though. It's not highlighted. Yeah, I'm gonna spray with me. So now I really gotta clean my path out. That's the worst part, because I have a box. I got something, and I got something in the mail. I need to open.
Bitch and Gypsy says, "Haunted house, you are talking my language."
Oh, good job! I love it. So yeah, I bought. It's called the Allison Jr. and it's by Real Good Toys, and it's, if you've ever seen the YouTuber Bentley House Miniatures, she created the Addams Family using that house, and I love that house. And one day I just said I need a dollhouse, and I just started looking on eBay, and there was the dollhouse. And the reason this dollhouse versus going and buying it, I will tell you this: it's like $110 at Hobby Lobby. A smart person probably would have just done that. But who's saving money? Come on. And I know that had I tried to build it, I would have gone nuts, because I would not have been able to put the time into it that it takes to build them and then mess it up. I found someone who had already kind of done that. They built what they called a derelict house or an abandoned house. It's not the colors I wanted, but the house, just how they did it, it's all beat up. And I said, that's my house right there. I want that house. So it was in Austin, Texas. I'm in Louisiana. And my son went and picked it up for me because he lives in Austin, and brought it home, and one of his trips home for my other son's graduation. And I just love it because, like I said, I would not have done it the way they did. And that makes it better for me. I'm so excited to work on it. So I'm going to repaint it, definitely give it that Gothic look. And it's going to be haunted. And the portal maid is not a ghost. She just works there, and she is not loving it. And she works for the man who is still alive in the house. And there's one person still alive. So I'm going to kind of shade the baby a little bit more.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Get back in there.
Like I said, making this baby's face small is going to be the big challenge, and compared to the ladies. And I'm hoping I'm pulling it off, because it seems like a smart person would have both dolls in front of them and compare. I know, right? The drawing time. Oh my gosh. Learn from my mistakes, won't I? Yeah, gotta love the ears though. Got to draw the ears in.
Now I'm measuring to make sure the other rails are in the same spot, but they're not. What did I do wrong?
What happened? Now, same thing. They're still wonky? Is it they're not sliding in, or what?
No, I haven't done the drawers yet. I'm putting the rails in, but I'm trying to get all the 4 rails from one side to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Even?
Also, yeah, your materials are a huge thing. So I didn't know that was going to be that big of a problem.
I didn't either.
None of those. Yeah, so these kind of fun because they're lightweight and they just fit right over mine. And they're just I think it's just a one time. I don't think they're very strong. I got to focus. But yeah, everything's a lot sharper now. I'm going to do that thing that I hate to do. I'm going to end up kind of drawing that nose in, which I hate to do the noses because then they look like they got pig noses. Ugh. You got a little pig nose, but you're a baby, and babies do kind of have little pug noses. Oh my gosh, he does like a pig nose. Okay, we're doing that. I can fix that though with a little bit of white, I think. Oh, Jerry. Oh, what have you done? Getting a little too detailing. All right, blue. You are definitely gonna have some blue eyes. People calling me when I'm live. You know I go live. This is my mother. She forgot. She forgets. I can't text her because it's like from home. She does not use her cell phone. Does anyone have an elderly person in their life who doesn't use their phone, their cell phones?
No, my parents had used their phones.
Yeah. My mom, not a big fan. Sorry, I'm having to do it this way, guys, so I can see, but I have to say, it's a thing. But you see the little just trying. I'm trying so hard over here. Baby, your eyes are getting up high again. I see why they drew them up so high the first time. I had black. I don't know if it helps to do the brown pupils. So, Glenda. Yeah, Glenda. Beautiful name, Louisiana. Wait, what? Did I miss something? I remember that's when I found your channel. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, Annie. We need to go back and read some stuff. Well, I can take a little break from. No, I can't believe I'm reading this with these on. Oh, my gosh. I can read better with them on. Oh, y'all, this is bad. I need to get new glasses, apparently. So, yes, phone. Oh, you know what? My mouse pad's not reacting to my gloves. I can't move my mouse thing. Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't know that. Well, of course that's going to happen.
Let's see. Please.
All right, this baby needs eyeballs in there. This is sometimes why it's better to lick it first. So you can see the little dot. Yeah. All right. I love all your costumes. Oh, yes, she does. And she fun. Oh my gosh, what a great job she does on her videos.
I loved her the Bridgerton
that
she did with going to Vizcaya. Gives it an extra touch.
It does. It was wonderful. That was really awesome.
Okay.
Wow, baby. We cannot get these eyes on you, can we? Okay. I don't want to overdo it like I did on her and get rid of the blue, so I was definitely trying not to do that. Let's see. Eyelid. And some little baby eyebrows. Of course, I had eyebrows. Anybody have eyebrows when they were born? I had some eyebrows. My boys had eyebrows. My youngest had really good eyebrows. Yeah, some babies just don't have any eyebrows. I had eyebrows. Still do. No, actually, I probably had more eyebrows when I was born than I do now. Yeah, I was like Brooke Shields. Lots of eyebrows. Okay. Be careful drawing baby eyebrows because I always end up making them like too much.
I think I got the rails straight now.
I'm kind of making that little like hairline. And no, I can never get my eyebrows to match. Never get the eyebrows to match. Is it sisters but not twins?
There's all the rails in.
Let me see. Yay! Wow, that's a challenge. Yeah, that's a challenge. Congratulations. Get a little bit more shading on the eyes. I just felt like they're just kind of not connecting. All right, so there's my little baby face. Oh, come on, please tell me it shows up because I've got my glasses on. I can't see. Is that showing up?
To the right. Face? There we go. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's whatevering, but see, it's so soft now. If you saw the doll before, you know what they're painted like. If you didn't have to see it before, they're just too much going on. And they don't look, it's too much color, and it just kind of ruins them. It really kind of, well, look like a doll. And I'm trying to make it look, it's an actual little person. So those are just little things that I did.
Oh, man.
Sorry, soft pastel, I should be specific in saying. And my pencil, watercolor pencils. Okay. Without water and some with spit. Sorry. It worked. Actually, I usually have like a little thing that I put water in. I never put water in it. It's my clean water.
Welcome back, Denise.
Well, hi, Denise. Kind of overdid it, maybe.
I'm adding a little.
Yeah. So now I guess I'm never going to be touching his face now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit like the palm of the hands and little things like that just to give it some color. and a little hand, or a lot of color in this case. Sorry about that. Got a little carried away. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that by the time these dolls, they just don't have, it would be wonderful to make my own dolls, and eventually I probably will. But for now, I just want to play with this, because before you invest in all that stuff, you kind of want to see if you really like doing it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time and frustration. If I can't even get them painted, then yeah, what's the point, kind of thing.
Yeah, one of the items that I got from BB Craft was a silicone mold to make some resin coasters.
Yeah.
I go before I invest and get all these molds and stuff.
Exactly.
Let me see if I actually like working with it.
Mm-hmm. I think that was why I wanted to kind of play with the existing furniture first to see if I like building the furniture, and I did. So I did that first, and then I went a little bit nuts. So this is a doll I just had. It came with, it may have come with some other dolls, or I thrifted it or something, but it's the only one I have like it. You do see these dolls. I was going through my stuff from my Santas. I said, do a lot of faces. If you haven't been on my channel before or haven't seen like my Santas and my creepy dolls, my creepy clown, my gothic dolls and creepy clowns. And so right now I was trying to do a little before and after, but you see the little shading I'm putting on one hand. I'm giving like the definition of the wrist with some brown, make a little elbow distinctions, little tiny things like that. Just to make it look a little bit more dimensional. We're back to dimensional. Word of the day. What's the word of the day? Dimension. Creating depth.
Mike said, I'm back.
Mike is back.
No. Mike said, went to shop and got another marker pen. Bet I find another one in the next 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Nancy from this overstuffed house says, I am back. Realized I could smell the roast, so knew I had to better go get the taters and cauliflower into the pot.
Cauliflower? Oh, I've not had roast with cauliflower. Oh, wow. Not, it's my mama don't make it that way. I don't make roast. I've tried making roast, and we'll talk about it. We don't talk about my dried out roast. It's bad. It's like I'm cursed with the roast. I don't know. Sadly, okay. He's gonna have it. I don't know what it is. I keep saying I should have tried to sand off some of that bisque. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, let me see if I can sand that off. But I'm having a feeling I'm not. Oh no, I can't because I've already colored it. It's gonna be a big mess. So maybe I should try that. I did order some dolls. So here's the story about the other dolls I got. I found some dolls that are about this size, but they're jointed, and I really want to work with them. So it was really funny because I was finding the dolls were like, oh, $10 each. These little dolls. And I was like, oh man, for that tiny doll. And I'm just going to repaint it. So it didn't matter what it looked like,
Mm-hmm.
So they're mass produced, so it's not like a big deal. Anyway, I found an auction for 10 of these dolls, and the starting bid was $10. So I bought. I wait till the last minute and bid on it. Nobody else had bid on it, and got all these little dolls for 10. The ones that are jointed for 10. So I went on those to come in. I just want the jointed because I want them to be able to move. This fixed one, not my fave, but I am kind of enjoying it. Even though it's tiny, this is so tiny. You just got to know me. Tiny is hard to paint, but because my eyes are older, my hands just don't always go where I want them to go. But I do love how this is. I'm actually loving how this is turning out. So in previous videos, live streams, I did do some dolls that I had bought years ago. I think I did. I think I posted those. Maybe didn't. Anyway, there's a doll
Annie
that I had. Bye, you leave it. Oh, thank you so much for stopping in. So the dolls that I bought, I just found. They were amazing. One of a kind, beautiful done dolls, and such a difference. And like I said, even a bad sculpt can look better if you paint it yourself. You can make it look good. Because I'm looking at some of the people that have painted them, and I'm like, but there are some really good doll artists out there, and that's the cool part. I think I'm going to paint my diaper. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the diaper needs to maybe just be painted on. What do y'all think? Paint the diaper on, or just
somebody comes on your lap? I'm going to paint my diaper on.
That's right. They're like, are they talking about these crazy people, these crazy crafters? What are they doing now? Yeah, I bet it needs a real diaper. But I'm going ahead. I'm going to learn to talk, shade around where the diaper's going to go so that it has some depth there, like a little booty. Oh my goodness, just paint the booty. You don't want to. You don't. Come on. I didn't clean it very good on the back, and it's made really bad too. So, like a whole lot to work with back here. Why not? I can decide if it's a boy or girl if I want to. It's my doll. Do what I want. You'll never know. Yeah, it's such a bad sculpt, though. I'm just like, Anybody ever looks? I probably keep this doll. So someone's asking, do you sell your whatever dolls? And yes, a lot of my dolls I do sell because I'm confident in the materials I'm using. I can't find my brush, but I don't like to sell the vinyl dolls, like the Monster High repaints that I've been doing, because I don't trust the material. I just don't think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how well this Mr. Super Clear is going to survive the years. And I put hours into these dolls, and if I lose them because they're mine, they're mine, I don't care. But if I sold them to somebody and then they broke down or something because of the the plastic reacting. Does that make sense? Is that making any sense? Yeah, I would not. I would be really sad that happened. And so I'm not in a good place to sell them right now. I'm just not real confident with not my work, because I work my booty off on those things too. So you have to check out some of my videos of my Monster High and LOL dolls. And it did a little. I love doing repaints. I definitely love doing it. But like I said, on the vinyl, not too confident in that material, because I think it could go terribly bad for you. You know what I mean? That eventually it'll like start to break itself down.
Yeah, if something is not to where I like it, I wouldn't sell it.
So I'm coming back with this rose color and just kind of giving the, back. I think I put too much on the back, but that's the nice thing about a kneaded eraser. See, it's kind of too pink. I think it's too pink. I'm just going to pop some of it off with my eraser. Kind of dab it. Just dab it. I left a little bit of the color. And then I will hopefully hit it again. Oh, it's just as pink as it was. Too much pink. You're very pink bag. You must have just sat up. That's all I can think of. He's been on his back, blood pooled. You know how it is. All right, baby. But yeah, the little pink here and there is definitely adding a little life to it. This one's alive. This is not my dead babies. This is a live one. Yeah, so I did these.
That's not one of your
That's what I did with the kind of the goth, the little baby dolls I was doing. A little bit worried about the longevity, but I do put that as a warning. I said, I don't know about this, how long this is going to last. I would like this baby to have booties, so I'm not going to put a lot of time into the feet. But that would be really cute if you really went nuts and decided to paint those toes.
Okay. I thought you said the baby. I would like to have
baby booties. Yeah, it needs some booties. I'm still doing the feet for some reason. I'm still working on them. I know. Baby needs some booties. And the baby's like, hands up. I don't know why your hands are like this, but we're going to go ahead and give it fingers with the pencil. I'm just little bitty lines. Oh my gosh. I need those weird glasses on again. It's like puppy paws because they're so little. All right, got to have the glasses. And I'm so blind right now. I can't find clear glasses. You ever had that problem? Is it just me? So what'd you say? Let me see what this says before I put these on. Very cool. This overstuffed house. Do you do YouTube? Yeah, do you?
Yes, she has a channel.
I can't find her crafts right now, but she does. What are you putting on your?
I think she does reselling.
Oh, good for you. The miniature. Oh, yeah. So I've started working on my greenhouse. I've done some little got some plants I got to build. And I've got my, what else am I doing? Oh, yeah. I definitely want to do my own pictures. I'm looking for pictures. Yeah, that really, oh my gosh. I know y'all can't. Oh my God. Yeah. The tiny hand. I hope I'm in focus versus the hand that doesn't have the little drawing. It really helps to give them a little bit of a drawing. Just a hint. You don't want to overdo it because overdoing it looks, well, overdone. I'm drawing that middle finger first, just in case. I know the middle split, not finger, but the in between those two, just to try to center them up. So
Robin's popping on and off. She's back.
yeah, Robin's working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry you had to go back to work. Now it's funny, on the back of the hands, I can actually see the lines and where to draw the lines for this. So that's good.
Creative 404. Have you heard of them? That's a new
Hi, yeah.
viewer for me.
I don't know. I don't think. I don't
Creative
know. Now that I'm
404.
saying
What's
this,
your name?
you know, it's hard because you know how maybe not on mine, but because you think, does he on somebody else's? Maybe it looks familiar. That's cool. So, what kind of stuff do you do? Creative 44 and 404, and if you want to tell us your name, that'd be awesome too. Or would you like to be called? So that's yeah, we are. If you just jumped on, we are working on miniatures. We do have a miniature challenge coming up in May, or I say challenge, it's a collaboration, but you know, it is a challenge to see what
Nancy from this Overstuffed House she has a channel on YouTube. I talk about inheriting from hoarders, getting through it all. Also do vintage life sales every other week.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to. You know what? I think I'm subscribed to you too. Overstuffed. I think Nancy. I think I am.
Creative 404 says I usually lurk, but I thought I'd
I'm such a lurker.
Come to a live stream.
Yay! Well, thank you for joining us. Yes, I do like to because I like to craft, and I said every time I do better lurking because then I get paint all over my keyboard. I have a keyboard protector, but doesn't look like I have a keyboard protector. It's such a mess. Oh, so I think I dropped some. There it is. So lesson learned with wearing gloves. It's really hard to work with your eraser. That's a weird thing. I didn't know was going to happen.
You're learning on your own live.
So we were talking about, I prefer going live over making videos. Videos take up a lot of time. I could be making art. Come on. But I do love participating in a lot of the things that we do. And so that's a thing too. That's a thing. Mm-hmm. You want to participate, but who wants to make videos? So I do try to do a lot of the work here. And then I just kind of hint on it during my videos. You have to watch my live streams. Sorry. If you really need to know all the little nitty gritty details.
I have 3 videos that I've already recorded that I'm trying to edit, but my computer, every time I try to go in, it kicks me out.
That is just, it's probably, and you've taken everything off, right? You've like downloaded your stuff, so you're not storing anything on it.
Nope.
Well, technical talk, like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I don't know. So I have to I do have to clean up mine severely. All right, so I'm pretty happy now with the little details. I don't want to do, Jerry, you're not doing the toes. You're going to put booties on them. Don't do the toes.
Creative 404 says, I'm about to do a Facebook Live myself, so I can't stay on.
Okay.
I love you guys. Great content. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I can check you out.
I know. You may drop a link. Oh, no, I can't because I need Robin. Robin, we had to find your link for you. And Robin, I think, is busy. I think Robin's is probably working. Wait, what time is it? 4. Yeah, she may be heading home by now.
It's 5.
Robin, so I said, don't let me forget to announce it again. Robin is going live tonight on, that is a pink nose.
On Danielita AF.
Danielita's AF mixologist. And I know she did something earlier, but go check that. Danielita, I think she's the only one. I actually did a search just under her name and she popped up. So I don't know if she popped up because I'm subscribed, but she is going to be on that show tonight, and that's going to be fun to watch. Because I love these people who just craft outside the box, and she is one. That's a couple of people I know that like to just do their thing, just kind of like we do. I just tiny bit of pink. I don't know. There's something about that nose, but I can't. I got to quit doing it. I'll overdo it. It's really hard to not overdo it. I do need to put some pink on this arm, make it the same side kind of. My colors on my brush. Oh, I'm gonna get just this one. Okay, and you can't pick up anything with these gloves either. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to add some brown. That's right. I need to do that in that little spot. Yeah, so in all the things, other than responding to everybody's videos, and oh my gosh, I have so much work to do. I am trying to catch up with the Bridgerton series, so that's fun. But I know that's one of the shows that if I'm crafting, I won't look up enough I'll miss something. I got to watch it. That's hard, y'all. It's hard for me to just watch something because I need, I just have things I need to do, and so I'm typically, want to be doing something while something else is on. Okay. Yeah, I like that. So a little shading under the arms. I need to hurry up and hit this because this is just sitting barely on this on Mr. Super Clear. And you definitely want to get that spray done and to seal it in there. So let me get this baby sprayed and go get my poor little lady. See if I can't fix her face. I hope I can. I've messed them up before like that.
Can you, if that happens, can you get rid of all this paint again and start over, or is it hard after you do the super clear? I don't think she heard me.
Now, oh, please work, please work. If not, I'll just sand the other side and then I'll just make a match. Let's see if I can get that to stick. A little bit.
After you do all that super clear stuff, if you have to restart, can you take it off easily?
Yeah, it'll come off. acetone. Acetone gets it all off. Yeah, you can totally redo a doll's face if you need to. So it's sticking, but you have to be real careful because you'll build up on the other part as well. So I'm trying to do both, and I need to put some blush in here as well. I did before. Some color.
There we go. I think I got one drawer done. That's gonna take me a while. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 drawers to make.
Oh my gosh, what have you done to yourself? What have you done? 8 drawers? Lost my mind. There it is, folks. You saw it here.
Creative 404 wants to know how we do the dual streams.
We are on StreamYard, and how we're doing it right now is that she is my she's on my team. She's one of my admin, so she should be able to put it on hers as well, and that way we both get watch hours. So you have to apply. I don't know what they're doing right now about that, if they're letting people do it because they did offer a special for a while where everyone could do it, get a team member on, and then I don't know if they kept it that way or you had to buy into their special. I actually bought a special, so only one of us has to have that membership in order for it to work for both of us. So find a friend that's, So yeah, she's still a little blotchy, but I think I can build up her color on that part. I am giving her a little bit more pink on her cheeks because I want that flush to kind of come down her cheek. She's got to look, stressed out. She's got a hard job being a maid, but it's in a haunted house.
It's a hard job being a maid. Imagine a haunted house.
So I know the house and the furniture. I'm taking furniture that I just buy regular furniture, whatever you find. And I'm looking at pictures of Gothic houses, furniture, that Gothic revival style. Mm-hmm. And my goal is to just recreate this sort of, by adding to the very generic furniture that I'm finding, and doing that. And I tend to buy furniture in large lots because they're just come with some really cool stuff, but they're kind of pricey. But by the time you start shipping is so expensive right now.
Yes,
pretty much, you're losing money every time you ship another, like a separate thing. So I do try to buy it in lots. So she's really fleshed out. I love it. She looks weird with her hair right now because I don't and put some brown on her hair. real quick so she won't look like an old lady, because she is going to be a dark blonde color. I'm hoping that will youthen her up a little bit.
Youthen?
Youthen. To age you up. We're trying to youthen you up.
Oh, that's...
Especially around, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, anyway, right when I got this doll, I dropped her and broke her head.
No, you didn't.
I did. I don't want to use paint. One of the things, hey, that cracked me up, that hair stick. You don't, because if you glue to paint, you're just gluing to paint. You're not gluing to, well, I don't think it really matters. They're not going to get a lot of stress on their little hairlines and stuff. I do think she needs a fleshier tone for the hair to sit on, because if you don't, you can kind of see that hairline through. So it definitely needs to be browner than it is. A darker brown. Brown only come in one brown. It's like just one brown. And I have used the lots of this brown. And Meg can come back with pencil and do a better job, actually. Hey, let me try that. Let me see something. I have watercolor. No, not helping. Yeah, you really had to build that brown up because it's so dark. Or color it in. I don't like that. Nah, I'm gonna see that color out here. I am gonna be gluing Tibetan lamb hair on her head to give her some real hair. A lot of people use mohair, or they even use yarn. You can take yarn, brush it out, and use the yarn. That gives you a lot of choices. Ideally, I would like to kind of use a multiple color on her. Oh, you know what I haven't done? Yeah, I did. Oh, I really didn't. I haven't done the back of her head very well, but I can work on that later. So darkened her hair up a little bit. It's the process. Yeah, so she's coming. She's getting there.
My first drawer is getting there.
Yeah, and the other thing, like on her, she'll have a I have a product that I use that is not here because I used it in another part of my house and I left it in there. I have a stuff called diamond glaze, and where in the world is it? I thought I brought it in. Oh, who knows? Anyway, it makes a beautiful shine. It really is the best gloss you can get. If anybody's ever used that, let me know in the comments. But I really love it, and it gives the eyes a very realistic look. So,
is it like glossy accents?
Yeah.
So that's what I bought, a little container of glossy accents.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want a really good gloss to put on the eyes so that it will give them that glisten, and that's all. It's just something about that stuff makes all the difference.
This is what I ordered, just to try it out.
Cool. I wonder, huh? I'm sure that would work. Absolutely. And she does need a tiny little dot of white, kind of highlight, her highlights in her eyes. I think that's going to make a big difference too on her. So yeah, that's kind of where this is going. Her boots, I'm not going to paint. I don't like the paint look, but I am going to see if I can't build up the black, but I don't want to lose her precious little details. They were just buried in the paint. You couldn't see them at all. I didn't know she had details on her. I want to hit her back real quick with some color.
You keep on hitting your dog.
I am using soft pastels. On the original coat, I don't bother putting Mr. Super Clear because Bisque will take the paint. I mean, the chalk. I'm using the chalk pastels. But then after that, I do build it up with Mr. Super Clear. I just layers of that to kind of hold the color, and then I can put another color on there. So kind of give her a backbone too.
Yeah. Once I get this one drawer done, I can get the other ones.
Yeah. Well, I will. Okay. So if you were on at the beginning, thank you for being on since the beginning. If you've been still here, yay. I took a lot of her stuffing off because she was kind of big. A lot of these dolls, their clothes, you really can't have seams. They always put the seams on, but the seams do create a bulk. She was also very bulky. I am going to that. She also had her wrapped down to about halfway down her legs. So I'm going to keep, this is a good proportion for her body. And I did show my proportion person, little naked person. But so she is in good proportion. Blacked out there. Sorry about that. Let me buffer. And so this, I'm going to give her bigger hips and try to probably even take some more of her waist, or I'm going to take string. I'm going to take string and kind of wrap around her, and that way I can kind of pull it in tighter and give her more of the shape I want her to have. I'm also going to either borrow arms from somebody else who don't really need them. She didn't have hands. She had on mittens. So I will be doing a little things like that just to give her a little bit more. I just love her little mouth all tight. You know, I didn't try to make her mouth like pretty and sexy. She's supposed to be like so stressed out.
Yeah.
It's working. She's stressing me out. I mean, I am going to try really hard to get some brown into that mouth just to kind of make it. Yeah, that is exactly what it needed. Just a tiny bit of brown. So I got her back, just a little bit of shading on her back. I mean, I do want her, I know with the period that she's in, which is the, I'm going to give her some spine. Hang on a second. You'll love this, guys. You're going to love it. Hang on. I'm actually going to put some spinal bones down her back. Her bones sticking out of her back. Is it showing? All these fun things you can do. So I know I'm having more fun with her. I need to quit. I'm doing all this fun stuff. I think based on just hands in general, the ones I've seen, they're so bad. They got to be easy to make. I just got to get stuff to make them. But so far, she's like this. I'm going to hit her with some spray. And check on that baby. So, and while that's happening, letting them dry, let them cure a little bit because I am working. I prefer to let them cure longer. And one of the things I would typically do is when I'm working with my dolls, I have like 5 dolls going at once, or at least a bunch of projects going at once. And especially if I'm doing props or anything else, or clothes and things like that, so that they do have adequate curing time, not just drying, but really, you know, kind of curing. So it does take me a long time to get dolls done. So I got a box. From eBay, and I'm noticing. See, like they use a flat rate.
Hi, Fabi.
So hey there. I love how you typed our names. I hope you did that on purpose, and you're not like me and just desperately just trying to type because I can't type. But that's really cute. So I'm working on dolls, and I'm taking a break because mine are in the drying because they just got sprayed, and I've got both of them just sitting out there, kind of letting them cure a minute. And they're tiny dolls. They're for the dollhouse. So what was in this box? I have no idea. Oh, it's dolls. Oh, dolls. I got more dolls, y'all.
Speaking of dolls,
I got a jointed doll. This is one of the. No, this is a vintage doll. But first, let's see.
She said all her caps were on.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Oh, so when you did that, that's awesome. I love
your phone, Fabi.
I bought this because that's my carriage. Which carriage do you like better? Or this one? I'm thinking. I don't like the red. I will be painting that red. I'm not digging the red. Oh, but look, it comes off, and that would be so great. No, it isn't going to come off. It's going to be ornery. I bet I can get it off, though. How are you on there? I don't know. Maybe I can't. But yes, I'm going to fill it up. Definitely don't want it red. So I got to repaint it. But yeah, so I got this. I got these were now of all the bad deal stuff I've had to pay up for. I think I got a fair price on these. I want to say I had to look it up. I don't remember. But I think I sent the person an offer and they took it. I was like, usually you have to negotiate. This is like that baby would be like a toddler. This is the newborn babies. Now these are hard to get, but check out that one.
Oh, she's so cute.
I'm 9. She's just a little baby. So yeah, she is painted really well. I don't even have to paint her. I mean, I don't have to do anything. That's just really sweet. Doesn't have a diaper on though. I may put it. I got a diaper. I may dress up its little outfit a little bit. If I have some stuff that'll work. Yeah, how do you do something that small? Talk about tiny. And as soon as I can get my other baby out, I can kind of do a comparison. I really like, this is not a doll from my dollhouse, but I just like her. So one of the things I have, I hope she's in good shape because I couldn't tell in the picture. I have so much doll furniture. I just grab doll furniture whenever I see it. I don't care what size it is. And so yeah, yesterday I did a junk haul that I had, a thrift haul, and I had this broiler. Well, I found out who that belonged to, what set it belongs to. I have a feeling you didn't have legs for some reason. So it's gonna be bad. So she is what is the name of this model? Oh shoot. I can't think of this doll's name. This is a typical repaint right here. I'm going to actually repaint her face. She needs to be restrung too. Thank goodness. And I can take her apart and work with her. So that's not the best paint in the world. So I am definitely giving this baby a new paint job. She is just small, but I have furniture that I think will work with her. Her wig is, looks like they took a wig and cut it down for her. I had way too much hair. So I'll probably give her the Tibetan lamb hair. Her little outfit was really sweet. It's just old and it's kind of stretched out. That's like a Barbie size. I don't know what that's doing on her. But look at her little underwear that she's got on. So she's got so much potential. Oh, would you turn your head? Once we get the big hair off of her. So, and do her basically like I've just done my others with the blush and stuff. She's going to be adorable, but that's like a whole nother project. Yeah.
Oh, where'd it go?
Yeah, so this is like the dolls that I got are more that size doll. These teeny tiny dolls, like I said, that makes number 2. They're so hard to come by, and when you do, you pay for them. But I'm always looking. I'm always like looking on eBay and stuff for these random dolls like that, hoping they'll pop up. But I did get the sweetest doll yesterday. Oh my gosh, she was so sweet. She came in yesterday. And then I made it, I just made an offer and the lady took it and I bought it and didn't think anything of it. Then later I was looking in groups of dolls and I found that doll and she's with another doll and I don't know which doll cost the most, but between the two of them, they were pretty expensive. So one of them was, now this doll's in pretty good shape. I think she is Shackman and that's what I was searching for. She also needs to be restrung. I know how to restring them. One of my mini skills. I love her outfit though. But this is a little Shackman. Pretty sure. Usually they don't have like a mark. You just kind of know, or because they would have stickers. Now it's not doll scale. Because Dollhouse scale, it's really big. But I actually have stuff for this size doll. In fact, I have some sitting right there. Hang on a second. I have to fix this one. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. I want to make better wheels for this little basket. This little stroller. It's the weirdest stroller I've ever seen. That's funny. She's got on, I just totally forgot with eyelets and no underwear. She's got like big holes. But that's, oh my gosh, you're too big. Get your feet in there. Yeah, so that's cute for her. It's kind of big for her. She's kind of big for it actually.
Yes, hon.
But you're so cute.
Yes, I am.
So that needs a little elastic. It's kind of stretched out. What do we have? $200. I recently bought about $200 of crafts and nice totes for $50. What? That's awesome. There's one more thing in here, I think. Isn't there? Yes. This one is just something that was in there. I'll probably throw it in with a Christmas display. It's not really. So one thing that I've been doing is going through a lot of my dolls to see which ones I need to get rid of because, I got to trade out. Come on. I can't keep every single doll I get. But I do have some dolls that are similar to her that kind of need, I don't rip her hair off in the process. Hang on, let me fix her. I need to rehome.
Okay.
But these look so cute with Santas at Christmas. I love it. This is like perfect. Even her outfit.
I was able to use the plastic stirrers. Look.
Yeah, oh, it's odd. That's the door front.
Mm-hmm.
I told you could use those. I knew you would.
And look,
you could do it.
Right here, look. And I'll go right in there.
Christmas.
Oh, there we go.
I like it. I love that trim. That is beautiful. That is going to be a really nice. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. I see a little wonky right there down in, isn't it? You're not going to be able to she's not going to be able to handle that. It's got to be nice. Oh, wait. Now they have no gloves. I can use my thing. Let's see what's been going on in our chat while you're working.
there.
What are you making? Okay, so she is making a dresser from scratch. She's building a dresser, literally. And so she has, she took popsicle sticks, the fat kind. Okay, so look at our popsicle sticks at tongue depressors. Those are, I'm going to call those tongue depressors.
Mm-hmm.
She got that size. And you, how many did you do? 3 or 2 across? How many panels?
About 1.5. This is a
Oh, 1.5. Okay, well, there you go. All right, so she did that.
And for the sides, I use these little squares. So I did that.
Hang on a second. I'm going to put you in full. No, that's me. How do I get you in full? How do I do that? I don't know how to do that part. Oh, I see. Jerry, you learned a new trick today. All right, now do it. Now talk about it.
The sides, I'm gonna put some spackling here so that you don't see that seam.
Mm-hmm.
But I use these little squares. So that's what's dictating the height of the dresser.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want to break them down.
And that she did that because of strength. She just felt that. Isn't that why you used the thicker wood? Is that thicker? Yeah.
And then I used the little the craft matchsticks for the rails on the inside.
You know, talking about not being quite even, I think the most important thing is as long as you get your lines on there straight on where it's going to rest, I think you're okay. And that way, they're a little bit uneven. They would end up working. I know that's disappointing. She's hoping they were all the same size.
I'm trying.
A little bit, and that's not your fault. Little variations. I had the same problem. So what I did, and I had the books I was going to work on. And I still hadn't figured out. I'm going to open that on. Let me put me in it too. Let me try to figure out. So the books, I needed, first of all, get the glue off of these. So these came off of a little chair that I had as an ornament. And it had, I popped these off, my doll parts. And I worked on my doll. So I was supposed to be working on books too. So what I did, and then my printer didn't work. How unlike Jerry to have a printer that's not working. Apparently, I had to go in and make some settings on my printer because it's the first time I've used it. I picked the wrong day to do this. But what I did is I found books on eBay and they're vintage or antique books for sale. And typically, not always, you got to hope that they will take like a front picture and a back picture of the cover and the side. So I was saving these images as, saved as files. Well, first of all, I would have been to get the best quality. I opened them in a new tab and then I saved them as a file. Now, of course, you're shrinking them down, so it doesn't matter. But I'm picky. So then, if they were like the picture was a little bit distorted, I had to put it in the program on Photoshop where I could skew it. And then to skew it would be like if the book was kind of sitting at a weird angle, I can actually make it work with it to straighten it back out. A lot of time, but the book was so awesome, and it was the only one I could find. It was like, and I'm not going to let that be a surprise later. It's just such a good book. So I found these really cool books to do, mostly science because they will go in my thing, and I'm going to cover my books with them. But I do have these that are glued together, and so the nice thing about them, all I have to do is the spine on like this one, spine on the middle one and the one, and then just do the back and the fronts so that you get, so I got to find something with a really cool back cover for that one. So that's going to be kind of an easy fix. I kind of like the way these are done, and I could paint them with gold. Now that could be something. I haven't, I need to sand them. I just need all this like picky stuff with them because I'm picky. And then I worked on my dolls, and those dolls at the beginning, first thing I did, and once again, if you're watching just joining us, I did a scale drawing of dolls, and this is one of them, and I can't figure out what to do with the other one. Of people. Oh my gosh, Jerry, what did you do with your paper? So this one's if a man was 6 feet tall, this is how big he would be. But I didn't want my men to be 6 feet tall or my women. I wanted them to be shrunk down. So I based it on a 5'9" man. And then the woman is probably about 5'6" or so. Because I didn't have to shrink her down, and she's like 5.5 inches. And so I was going to do some, but all my women are not going to be the same height. That's the other thing. I'm not going to, I'm going to make a 5-foot woman. I don't want everybody the same size. Like my children are going to be different sizes. So I have been searching eBay for vintage porcelain dolls in scale. And that was where that one came from. And that was actually Christmas ornaments. So let's see. I'm heading off. Sorry, Jared, going to restaurant. That's fine, Denise. Totally understand. We are so glad you came. So so this is the only one that I have that is connect. I don't know about that one though. I'm in May. All right. So this is a good scale, pretty big for. Darn, I wish I had another doll in here that was the right size. Pretty big books for that doll. Typically the books for that scale, but because these are like science books and stuff, they'd probably be a little bit bigger. Right? Well, they are in my world, they're bigger. A lot of small books, but I think it's cool to have some big books. So this is a really big book. And it went to, I don't know where these things come from. Something I've had and weird. But I'm going to make, with the bigger books, I'm going to make like atlases. I'm going to make, that kind of stuff that would have been on a bigger book. Anyway, a lot of times even throughout, they've always been bigger. Maps, a book of not just atlas, but like some other space or something. And these things are huge. These are really big books. So hey, the tallest of Jack the Ripper's victims was called Long Liz, and she was 5'3". So see what I'm saying? That's a pretty big girl. I do want to shrink all my women down. I really thought that I had shrunk her down enough, but I guess I didn't. So I am going to make them. Also, dolls tend to have really short arms. And that particular doll didn't have any arms because she came with gloves, mittens on. Yeah, I don't know. Heat gun, I guess. I mean, that is like I don't think this is a heat glue. I think this is like a gummy, disgusting glue. I'm hoping I can get this workable. If not, I'll just have one big book. So then I have like things that I had, like a little open book that was on a desk that I'm going to be redoing. These are glued together. I might be able to get them apart. I hope so. Like I said, if not, I'm not worried because I can just do a binding in the back or whatever. I do need to do some sanding on this one. And then here's another pretty nice size book. So these are my bigger books because of just how they were made. But most books I have are more, tiny like this size and smaller. Anyway, so basically what I did, I downloaded, I saved all these images of old books and I'm making my covers. Now I bought these things from, I think they like originally came from Hobby Lobby or whatever. And the book covers were all put on crooked. They were horrible. They were the worst book covers I've ever seen. But anyway, those are the ones you get at Hobby Lobby. Oh, I'm going to tell you real quick, and I didn't mean for the show to go on so long, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So if you do decide that you need to do doll houses and stuff, you really need to be really careful of what you buy online, on YouTube, I'll try again, like Facebook or marketplaces where I buy a lot of stuff, or the I got the Macari, any of those other ones, not just eBay, everybody. They will take something that you can buy at Hobby Lobby for $5 and then they'll try to sell it for 10. So y'all do need to watch those.
They've done those Dollar Tree calendars.
Yes.
People have put them on eBay for $10.
That's what I'm saying. The Dollar Tree was that was the word I couldn't think of. Thank you for saying Dollar Tree. What is wrong with my brain? The Dollar Tree furniture by Greenbrier. Yeah, that furniture is boring. There's like needs painting. Yeah, they're selling it for like $10 a piece. I'm going, but there are people who don't know that. They don't know where it came from. So
the same thing with the tumbling tower blocks. The blocks that I use from a lot of my projects, they do the same thing. They buy them for $1.25 now, and they go on and sell them for $10, $15.
How? I mean, that is just weird. But I think that's part of it is they didn't know. I mean, the reason I have those brown versions of the Greenbrier that they don't make anymore. I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, you don't see those anymore. They're stained and everything. So that's not bad. But I wasn't buying those. I was buying the other dolls, the other stuff in the set. I'm really trying to find my blade to carve with because I was. Oh, here it is. Those I've seen those things for like $10 each too. I was like, well, being that you can't get them anymore at Dollar Tree, that's one thing.
Yeah,
but they're still, the quality is still pretty much the same. It's not high quality, and there are the reason I'm always looking for Shackman on for the most part is done well. There's like Dolly House or Dolly something with Dolly in it. Hello, Dolly. Those are cheap. Really bad, but they're not bad to get if you want to do some fun stuff. It better, you know, if you can get them, they are cheap and you tend to buy them cheap, but those are fun to do some stuff with, have some fun with. But I do want to talk a minute about how these books are done, because I know you're probably going to want to ask more books. So this book is actually pieced together by little scraps of wood. You see that how they did that? To give it that depth. So easy peasy. You know, sometimes when you look at these things, they look kind of overwhelming, but when you break it down into the steps, they're so easy to make. So the miniature books, adorbs. I love me some miniature books, but these are particular bookcase. I want some that are oversized because I have so many that are all the same size. Kind of hitting it with some sandpaper, just getting glue off of it. I need an assistant. Just so you know, Michelangelo, all them, they had assistants that cleaned up their messes. That's how they got so much done. Or did Michelangelo? He didn't get a whole lot done. He was kind of slow. He took his sweet time. I mean, you would too if you were upside down and backwards trying to paint a ceiling. But wait, it is Michelangelo, right? So the hardest artist. Oh, I like that. To discern who did what.
I'm going to have to take off in a few minutes.
Yeah, we all need to probably call it a night. And by the way, once again, don't forget, set your alarm. Bobby, when are you going live tonight? Put a post in. I thought do you have a thing, Bobby? Did I give you a tool? Please tell me I gave you a tool.
I think she does.
I think I did. But yeah, post it. You're going live tonight. I'm going to watch 2 people at once, but I will do it. I will do it. Because you're adorable. You are so adorable. Anyway, I don't know. Is there a way you can make it where, yeah, because I always hear people say, can we drop a link? And I was like, can you drop a link? Is there a way to like okay it? Some people can, or do we want to do that? Because you know,
I think only if you're admin.
Yeah. So this one's broken, but I think when I make a cover for it, I can make it work. I can extend the cover over the little broken part and make that work. So easy peasy. Yeah. Another way you can do this is with cardboard too. Cardboard works really well for making your book covers over a piece of wood or something. Works out really well. Yes, he does bathe the whole time. What? Yes, he did not bathe the whole time. Thank you for making that distinction. Yes, I found they also have a Lorite scale. Yes, they do. Yes, I have found that is true about the scale. Some people will say it's 1/12. If you don't know your dollhouse parts, you start to learn because I'm looking for a certain stove. It's cast iron, and I really like it. Now, I've only seen it in 1/12, and I have noticed somebody's got it in 1/24. I've never seen it in 1/24. 1/24 is vintage, so 1/24 wasn't as popular back then. It's more popular now. And oh my gosh, 1/44th, is that the number? That is insane. Those are ton-icing. But yeah, so I don't. They put 1/24, but I don't know if it really is. But 1-to-1 is usually the easiest to work with. Just saying.
Mine's roughly 1-to-1.
Yeah. So anyway, Michelangelo did not bathe the whole time he painted that ceiling. Kept the bureaucrats. Well, he did. He really did. They were bugging him. They were telling him, what to do. And I think it's his. He's got. Hang on a second. Now I can get my Leonardo stories mixed up. Sometimes you do that because he teaches me artist. So how was it, Mike? It was one of the artists. I think it was Tisha or somebody else. It was one of the artists was doing. Well, they had patrons, and they paid to have the paintings done for the churches and things like that. So all the religious stuff, and they wanted to be in the painting. They wanted their portraits in the painting. So one guy was getting so much grief from the patron, that he painted him, but he painted him like the back of his head, and he's like looking around something. So you don't really see him, and he can't really see what's going on in the image because he's blocked by like a big pillar, but he's trying to look around the pillar. It's just a funny story like that. I remember from college. Yeah, artists, they suffer so. I think this one, yeah, this one will be okay. I sanded it down some. I think it'll take the paper. Yeah, you would kind of want to sand these down too, so they'll take paper better. So what I did is I'm measuring the size of these books, and then when I go on my Photoshop, or I don't know what other programs, any program I'm sure that does any kind of stuff like this, you just resize it to fit that size. But I had to start a file where I'm just printing them all one sheet of paper versus print. I've seen people just do like one, for an example, go print one sheet of paper. I'm like, I'm not going to, well, not the paper's anything, but still, you're running the thing. But my goals and ambitions. This was something else I was going to play with today. So here's an example of a cabinet that was really small, and I have made it bigger. I've added some feet so that it's more in proportion to my feet. It's still small. Have you ever seen these kind of cabinets that they'll have like another shelf down here and more feet? May do that because this is still a bit on the small size. Getting back to proportions, this one is really small. So that's getting a little bit of a lift. So I'm thinking adding a shelf here and putting more feet under it. Make it even taller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I added this piece too. Or did I move it? Oh, I added this little piece right here. I think it had this on it. I just added that.
I'll post a picture of my finished dresser later today if I finish it.
Yes, and I'll do some more touch-ups on my dolls with find my paint for their eyes and put the highlights in their eyes first and then do the paint. And then I will add some pictures as well. Anyway, kind of where we got to today. So thank you all so much for joining us. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for that too. And hit the like and subscribe to both of our channels. We're on here together. And be sure that you, leave a comment, hit that like button. We'd like you to hit that like button. And please hit that notification button because we're still going to go live with me a lot more because we're going to constantly be working on more of our miniatures together so that we can, and talking about that challenge coming up. But we enjoy doing it.
2 months to go. So there's plenty of time.
So you want to say your goodbyes to me? Open you up a little bit bigger. And then would you like to say your goodbyes?
Hold on. Let me get to my face.
Okay.
Hello again. Hi. I will post my finished dresser it's probably tomorrow. I'm not 100% happy with it.
I know. But we're going to talk about that. Yeah.
It's my first dresser. So
I think what I would have done differently is to go ahead and draw your lines next. And oh my gosh, you are an architect. You should draw, to draw your lines. Did you have your lines drawn for where your drawers were going in?
Yes, beforehand.
You did.
Okay. But I did it after I put the legs up. So I need to put the sides before I put the sides up on the dresser. Get it all together.
Yes, you pretty much have to lay it out and get those lines. That way, it didn't matter what side. If those were a little bit off, they'd still be following the same plane. So, things that we learned the hard way. But just a little note here: we've been on for 3 hours because 2 hours and 45 minutes because we love to craft, and that is they do take time. So when you see an artist who's selling this for $100, keep in mind they probably put 8 hours in it, and they're really not getting paid a lot of money. So. Give them some love. Show some love.
Even at $100, some of these items are like, okay, that's not paying the rent.
No, it's true. Yeah, we have to think about that too. So that's why we do it, because we love it. We just do it because we love it. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Say bye. Say bye, Nancy.
Bye, everyone. Till next time.
Bye. Takes me a minute to get this broadcast to end.